following is a presentation of GRS-TV.
We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shot. We set the bar high. On top, cause we so fly. Name in the bright lights. Looking like a star shot. We set the bar high.
Good evening and welcome to Williams Stadium for tonight's District 9-6A contest between the Garland Owls and the Sachse Mustangs. Hello everyone, my name is Steve Reeves. I'm joined by my great partner Bobby George. Bobby, boy, looking forward to this game tonight. You've got two teams coming in, both off of wins last week, in district play. Both of these teams undefeated in district. Garland comes in at 2-0, Sachse at 1-0. So, the victor of this game is going to stay undefeated in district. The loser's going to drop, to have that one loss in district play.
Yeah, and both teams really feel like they've got a great opportunity to make it to the playoffs. Garland just coming off of a big win against Naaman Forest, which won their first playoff game last year. And so Garland's got nothing but young players. I mean, last year they were all sophomores. This year they've moved up. They're all juniors, and all their skilled position players are all juniors. So Garland is really looking forward to having a great team this year and moving on into the playoffs. And then, of course, you've got Sachse. They're always good. They've got the most players on the team, and, they basically got a full offense and a full defense. Nobody really has to go both ways, so they have fresh legs. So we'll see how that plays out in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of interesting, Bobby. Of course, Garland was always, for many years kind of the powerhouse of the district. And then, Sachse kind of took over that helm, and now Garland feels like they're trying to step back up to that same level. So got a good contest in store for you tonight here, Sachse and Garland at Williams Stadium. So the Owls did win the opening toss, and they have deferred to the second half. So they're going to be kicking here, and Sachse will receive. So we are underway. There's the kick, a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be returned, come down around the 15-yard line, and here comes the return on. Trying to get outside and track down from behind is number 2 for the Mustangs, James Adams. So a nice return there. He's going to be right out close to the 25-yard line, and that's where the Mustang offense will come on the field.
Well, we'll see how they can do it. They've got chance. They have Alex Orgy as quarterback coming out there. He played at Rockwall as a freshman, and now he's back over here playing for Sachse. And we hear that he's a great quarterback, can really spread the ball. And you can see right now how they've split 4 guys wide, try to spread that defense out.
Alex Orgy is the quarterback, takes a snap. He's going to roll to his left, looking on first down. Here comes some pressure. He's going to throw it deep. He's got a man wide open. And this is going to be an easy pitch and catch and a touchdown on the first play from scrimmage. A 76-yard strike to number 11, Tyler Williams, and the Mustangs are on the board.
Wow, that's how you open a game up. Get to the sideline, bring all your corners and safeties up to support the run, and find a guy that sneaks back behind everybody. Tyler Williams.
Boy,
76 yards.
76 yards, one play and a long, deep throw. And I didn't see what happened there, Bobby, but obviously a busted coverage as there was no one on Williams. Extra point attempt coming up here. There's a snap and hold. The kick is up. It looks to be good, and it is good. So, Bobby, we'll keep it here. There's a look at number 11 right there on your screen. Tyler Williams, a 76-yard touchdown reception on the first offensive play in the game.
Yeah, he might need to go trying to find some oxygen, because I'm sure the very first play of the game, you're not expecting to have to run a 76-yard sprint. But, boy, he was wide open. I mean, there was just nobody around.
Right. There had to have been a busted coverage there as he was all by himself and then just had to outrace the Garland defender there to the end zone. So, boy, we are 19 seconds into this ball game, and it's already 7-0 Sachse. There is a look at the quarterback, number 10, Alex Orgy. A great pass, Bobby, and, again, gives Sachse an early lead.
You still have to, even if he's wide open out there, you still have to put it out there where he can catch it. You can't overthrow him. You can't underthrow him because you have a safety breaking. So just a great pass. I mean, he was running towards the line of scrimmage, had to turn his body, plant his feet, and take a big shot from the Garland Owl into his chest as he was releasing the ball. So you know, you still have to execute even if a guy's open, and they did it right there.
They sure did. So 7-0 Mustangs early here as they are set to kick it away. Garland's going to send 2 back to return this. And here is the kick. It's a high kick. It's going to come down and around the 18-yard line. That's where it's going to be returned. And a pretty good hole in the middle. Boy, breaking it outside. That is number 5, Shante Russell. Boy, a great return for the Owls all the way inside Sachse territory at the 33. And Bobby, you could see the middle of the field right there was just kind of open for him, and with his speed, he got in through there before the defenders. Look at the hole.
Yeah, it was a nice job of 26 to make the wall right there. Keeps his feet balanced.
What a nice return, a nice tackle there as well, number 22, Taylon Landingham for the Mustangs, but the Owls are set up in great field position here at the Mustang 33-yard line.
Well, they need to answer after a 76-yard touchdown on the first play. They've got to answer that in a big way.
There's the first throw, and a penalty flag comes out. The intended receiver that time, number 3, Jordan Hudson. And we will check. There's actually 2 flags on the field.
Looks like they're going to call holding on Landingham. There's a chop block.
Yeah, chop block called against the Owls.
Personal foul, chop block, number 21 and 61 on the offense. 15-yard penalty, replay first down.
So that is a big penalty, Bobby, as we mentioned. Great field position to start, but that first down 15-yard penalty is going to move the ball all the way back to the 48.
Well, that's a big penalty right there. And, you know, you can't do that. You can't have one guy going high and one guy going low on a player. They're just going to call a chop block on you. They've got an umpire watching that.
So here we go, first down, and Russell with the carry there, and he's going to gain about 3 yards. Here's a look at the junior for the senior for the Garland Owls, Shante Russell, and you'll see him tonight, a big part of their offense. And as you mentioned, Bobby, of their skill position, you know, players really about the only senior out there. You know, they're loaded with a bunch of juniors. And here's a lot of time to throw here for Perez. He's going to look to throw it, and that ball's picked off. Boy, great defensive play there, Bobby.
Yeah, there was just no one no one open. He had plenty of time to throw it. And there was just no one there. I mean, look at the fight and battle that right there by your offensive line. You've picked up some room. He just tried to force it in there, and number 41, Shirley, comes away with the ball. Big turnover right there for the Mustangs.
Boy, so the pick there, and the Mustangs back on offense here at their own 33-yard line. In their last time they had the ball, a touchdown on the first play. So here's the snap to Orji. He's going to take it himself. He's got a lot of room out here. And he's tripped up around the 46-yard line, so that's a gain of 13 yards and a first down.
Yeah, I think Garland had been planning on stopping that run from Orji all week, and they forgot about covering the deep ball on that last possession. This time, you know, they're starting to focus in, hey, we got to stop the run.
So a timeout here. We do have an injured player on the field. It's one of the Garland defenders, Aaron King. Trainer's coming across to look at him.
Aaron King's one of their big defensive backs right there. That's really been one of their shining stars in that defensive backfield.
They're taking a look at him. And why don't we take a quick break? So we will stop here for just a moment as they look at Mr. King. Our score, Sachse 7, Garland nothing. We'll be back after these messages.
Election Day, November 3rd is right around the corner. Don't forget, our TRE is on the ballot. It's like being on the 10-yard line with less than 2 minutes to play.
So be a team player. Never pass up the opportunity to vote.
When you vote, it's a home run for our community.
We hope to see a spike in voter turnout this year. So get to the polls and vote. It's a great way to serve.
Just make sure your voice is heard on Election Day. When it comes to voting, we're all on the same team, the GISD team.
There's a look at Aaron King coming off to the sideline as we're back to live action. Hopefully he'll come back in the game. Mustangs with a 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line. Their second possession of this first quarter. They already lead 7-0 over Garland. There's a snap. Orji comes to his left and then throws it out quickly to the wide receiver out there. I believe that's number 4 with the catch. It's Jaden Hunter. He's a 6'3", 190-pound senior and a gain of about 3 yards on first down.
Just a nicely executed play. I mean, they get Orji rolling out that direction like he can either run it or throw it. And you just pick your poison who you're going to cover. He finds Hunter over there, picks up 3.
There's a snap. Orji looking to throw it. He's got time. He throws a quick screen pass to number 3. He's got some room out here, Bobby. And then is tackled at around the Garland 39-yard line, so that is a huge pickup.
Well, what a great play by Jeter. He's able to fight off that block and make that touchdown-saving tackle right there. I mean, this was executed really nice. He had a lot of room here, and you see him fight that off and get to the legs at number 3 right there. Okoye.
And a little bit of movement here on the line. And the Owls think the Mustangs may have moved early, so we will check the flag.
Replay the down.
So I think it was indeed a procedure called here against the Mustangs. That'll back them up 5 yards. A look at Coach Mark Behrens. Mark Red Behrens there on the sideline. He's been the Sachse head coach now for a while, Bobby. There's a snap, the quick throw out from Orji. The catch is made by 81, trying to get outside and then hit and goes out of bounds right at, it looks like the 40-yard line. So they're going to get 4 of the 5 penalty yards back.
I mean, they just set out there and just basically set up a little screen. Ames just takes 1 step, steps back, catches the ball, and then he has his other wide receiver blocking for him. So, you know, it's a nice little play. Pick up a first down.
There's a snap, the fake handoff. Orji throws it out quickly again, this time to 11. A good tackle out there after the gain of only about 3 yards. It's going to set up 3rd down and about 7 here.
It's Tyler Williams again making the catch. He's the one that caught the 76-yard pass that time. And great stop, getting off that edge right there and making a great tackle.
3rd down and 7 here for the Mustangs. There's a snap. Orji's going to roll to his right, looking to run it. He's got some room, and he's going to pick up the first down and more. Still on his feet, and he is going to score.
Oh, man.
A 36-yard touchdown run for Alex Orji, and the Mustangs have extended the lead.
Well, that's what 6'3", 220 pounds do for you. You're able to break some tackles, and you know, you're a smaller player, you come through there, you don't want to hit him up high because he'll run you over. And so a lot of times you dip your shoulder and you don't look where you're tackling, and he runs through those. He's a big boy.
Extra point attempt coming up here for the Mustangs. Well, they're out quickly here on Garland. There's the snap, the hold is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. A look at Alex Orji on the sideline as we've got 8:15 remaining in the first quarter. Our score, the Sachse Mustangs 14, the Garland Owls nothing. We'll be back after these messages on GRS-TV.
I can't vote yet.
But you can.
Exercise your right to vote in the upcoming election.
Early voting is October 13th through October 30th.
Election day is November 3rd.
Remember that Garland ISD has a tax rate election on the ballot.
It will be the last item.
So remember to vote all the way to the end.
Visit www.garlandisdtre.com to learn more about our tax rate election.
We are back. A look again at Alex Orji, who's been pretty much all of the offense here, Bobby, in the first quarter. I say the first quarter, we're only, not even 4 minutes into the first quarter, but he's got 49 yards rushing on 2 carries and a touchdown. And then, of course, he is 4 for 4 right now through the air as well with that 1 long touchdown, pass as well. So all the offense coming from Mr. Orji, and they are up 14-0. So the kick is away. It's a high kick. It's going to be taken right at the 31 and trying to be returned here, trying to get outside. It gets a block. He pitches it back. And still on his feet, and down the sideline is number 3, I believe, Jordan Hudson. And he's going to be knocked out of bounds, but once again, Garland's going to have fantastic field position to start.
That was really nice. I mean, I thought he was going to take that kick and wave his hand and call for a fair catch, and he really doesn't. He backs up, takes off running the other direction, find Hudson, and we had some big blocks right there, big pancake blocks. A lot of times they will call a penalty on these nowadays, but watch this. He's finding it, and I think he's just ad-libbing basically. Big block right there, and then pitch. Beautiful. And why not pitch it to the guy that can really make something happen with it?
So Garland with a 1st and 10 at the Sachse 38, and the low throw is, it looks like they are going to call that a catch. That is number 8, Ellis Rogers, with the catch and a gain of about 3 yards on that 1st down throw.
Ellis Rogers, you know, made some big plays last week against Naaman Forest, caught a one-hander juggling catch down on the 5-yard line to set them up for the victory pass at the end of the game.
There's a snap. Perez looking to throw it. He's got his man out there. The catch is made once again, number 8, Ellis Rogers. And he's going to be all the way down to about the 25, it looks like, where they're going to mark him down.
They're going to have something happen with Perez. Perez is going to have to connect. He had that one interception already, but right now he's got to calm down and just play ball.
There's the handoff and breaking outside. Looky here, Bobby. Number 21, Jayshawn Powers, and he is inside the 10 all the way down to the 7. Garland with a 1st and goal.
That's the first time we've seen Jayshawn Powers, and he's, you know, a big recruit. He's got a lot of prospects like going to OSU and different places, so they need to really get the ball to him and let him see what he can do with it.
So 1st and goal, Owls. They're going to try to get back in this game right here. They're at the 7-yard line. There's a snap, the handoff on the draw play. Powers inside the 5, still running. Wow. Is he in? He is. That's a touchdown, Owls.
Well, there you go. That's why they give it to him, because he can make people miss. Beautiful run. Now, he's 6 foot, 185-pound junior himself, but watch this. He delays, finds the gap, breaks a tackle here, 2, 3, 4, and then powers his way from a big old lineman into the end zone.
Boy, a great run there by the Owls, and they have just cut the lead in half here, pending the extra point. And again, you know, gotta give the shout out there on the kickoff return, Bobby's that, you know, got them great field position, and this time they do capitalize.
Yeah, that's the second time we've seen them really break free on that kickoff return to set up great field position. It looks like Michael Lowe was the injured player that just walked off for Sachse.
And here comes the extra point attempt here by Johan Rodriguez for the Owls. This to cut it in half. Oh, and a bad snap there. Russell trying to get outside. He's in some trouble. He tries to reverse his field, but he's just going to go down. So the extra point attempt is no good, and the penalty flag comes out late, as I think we're going to get an unnecessary roughness against the Owls, and that'll be marked off on the kickoff.
Usually, you know, special teams always have a play in case that does happen where they can call fire or something and somebody releases to the back of the end zone so you have a shot at throwing it, but Russell had no one. There was nobody trying to get loose on a pass on that one. They didn't have that play called for sure.
May even have a targeting call here, Bobby.
The PAT is no good. During the play, we have a personal foul, blindside block, number 40. We'll get set.
So couldn't quite make out all of that, but we got a blindside block against number 40 of the Owls. So it's not a targeting call, so he will be allowed, of course, to stay in the field of play, you know, but it is going to be a 15-yarder, and they'll assess that on the kick. And, well, there's a look right there at the Owls, and good for them here to, after they dropped, 14-0 here, not even 4 minutes in, Bobby, a nice drive for them, to come back and really kind of cut this lead in half.
Yeah, it makes them feel good. They feel like they can play with you. If you can go down there, make a couple of good passes, and then a couple of good runs and power into the end zone against Sachse, you feel like you've got a chance. They started off bad with the first play of the game, and that always kind of sets you back a little bit. So you answer it, that's a good deal for them.
So the ball after the penalty will be spotted at the 25, and so this kick is going to come from the Owl 25, so Sachse should get good field position out of this.
Yeah, this is where they have to be careful because Sachse's got a lot of great players and with a lot of speed, and they can break one pretty easy on you if you don't get down the field quickly. So I wouldn't be surprised if he just tries to aim kick this around the 20, the 30-yard line and let it set down so they can all go to it.
So there is number 20 right there. Rodriguez set to kick it away. And here it comes, and it is a high, deep kick. It's come down around the 16-yard line, and there's going to be a return here. And as you said, Bobby, there's a lot of room out there. He's across the 40, and he's going to go out of bounds. A penalty flag comes out as well, but he's going to go out at the 44, so good field position here pending the penalty. Officials discussing here. Got a holding call here against the Mustangs, so that will back them up 10.
Well, that worked out perfect for Garland.
It did.
Just how they planned.
During the return, holding against Sachse, 10-yard from the spot of foul, first down.
So with that penalty, the ball will be marked at the 30-yard line, and that's where the Mustangs will take over. Again, they've had the ball twice here. They've scored on both possessions. So let's see what they have in store here for possession number 3. Split backs in the backfield. There's a snap. The handoff goes to the running back, and he's going to be hit and dropped for a gain of about 3 yards. Bobby, let's give him 4 on the carry. And that is number 3, his first carry of the game, and that's Brian Okoye.
Come on in.
Here's a look at it again.
Well, that was a good job by defense and offense, man. They were battling in there. Just more Garland Owls be able to stop that thing.
There's a snap and the handoff once again. This time I believe that's number 5, and he's going to gain about 3 more. It's going to set up a third down and a short 2, it looks like.
Well, you just see Durant keep getting in there on those tackles. He's playing that middle linebacker spot. And he's just been able to get in there and make those stops.
So third down and 2 here coming up for the Mustangs. There's the snap. They are going to fake the handoff. Orgy keeps it himself, and looky here. He's got some room. Cuts it back outside. Racing towards the end zone, and he's going to be taken out, but not until he gets all the way down to the Garland 15. Huge run right there for Alex Orgy.
Well, they had him stopped right there, but he holds the ball so good and hides it that nobody knew he had the ball. And all of a sudden he's taken off down the field.
So 1st and 10 from the 15. And the handoff goes outside number 3 for the Mustangs, and pretty good run here. And then he's going to be upended at around the 11-yard line, so that's a gain of 4 on that carry.
Keelan Smith was able to play from that outside in. He's just following them, watching the lineman coming down line. He sees the ball. Great block right there by your outside guys. Smith makes the tackle.
2nd down and 7 here for the Mustangs. There's a snap. Orgy's going to fake the handoff, keep it himself. This time staying at home was the Owl defender and holds him to a gain of only about 1. So a nice play right there, Bobby. Number 26 for the Owls, Keelan Smith.
That's 2 plays in a row. Keelan Smith's made a great play. Chased the running back down. This time stays at home and gets Orgy.
So big 3rd down play here for the Owls, Bobby. They want to try to keep Sachse out of the end zone. There's a snap. Orgy's going to keep it himself to the right. He's going to be hit, keeps the legs going, and I think he's going to have a 1st down. is going to be depending the spot, but it looks to me like he's got it. He's right on the 5, and that should be a 1st and goal. It is.
Again, that big 220-pound body, he just runs through people. Watch this. He gets it. He's got a lead blocker there, and then you try to grab him, and, man, he just powers through it.
So 1st and goal here, Mustangs. The ball at the 5-yard line. Snap to Orgy. He's going to hand it off this time to number 5. Boy, a nice stop right there, Bobby, and then into the end zone, I believe. Haven't seen the signal yet. No, they're actually going to call him down just outside the goal line.
Boy, Corey Jones, I mean, that was beautiful. Just that little delay in that stutter step just gives him some time and for the hole to open up.
Well, I'm not sure how that was not a touchdown, but it's a 2nd and goal. I mean, the nose of the football is just right there. You know, you would think Orgy could get right under center and just kind of.
With his big body, I think so too. But, you know, they don't play it that way. They stay in that shotgun.
2nd and goal, takes the snap, hands it off, and that's an easy touchdown for number 5, Corey Jones.
Boy, nice job right there. I mean, that offensive line is just a big line. You can see them just power right there, and they just create a whole lane on that right side.
So the Mustangs, they've had the ball 3 times so far in the 1st quarter. They've scored on all 3. And really not a whole lot of resistance by the Owl defense thus far. There's a snap, penalty flag comes out. The kick is away. The kick is good. I believe we're going to have an offside, so that'll probably be declined. We'll check the flag here. Yeah, offside's call against the Owls, so that kick will stand. So our new score with 3:30 remaining.
Defense.
So we get the call.
The try is good.
So there we go. The try is good. So with 3:30 remaining here in the 1st quarter, our new score, the Sachse Mustangs 21, the Garland Owls 6. We'll be back after these messages.
Come on in. Guys, we're all on the same team. Team Garland ISD. Now, are you ready to go vote? There you go. Everyone knows to complete the whole ballot, right? Okay, let's go. Remember, voting is a team effort. Voting. So easy, even a mascot can do it.
(21-6), our new score, Sachse on top. They are set to kick it away after the 1-yard touchdown run by number 5, Corey Jones, and ball's going to come down right there. Returnable here for the Owls. Well, he ran into his own player that time, Bobby, or he may have had a bunch more yards as well, but pretty good field position to start this drive at the 38.
Well, you know, I kind of like it that they let these guys catch the ball and take off running. I mean, really, if you see it all the time in high school football, they pooch kick it to about the 35, and then the guy waves it off and just fair catches it, and there's nobody even around him. It's like you don't have any trust in your players to do it. Not here, not for Garland. You pooch kick it to the 35, and they're going to take off with it. And I just like it.
Yep. So the Owls trailing once again by 2 touchdowns. Let's see if they can put some points on the board. Is the snap to Perez, the catch made by Russell. Trying to kind of weave his way around Sachse defenders and upended after a gain of about 5.
Now you see Sachse's defensive strategy. They've got 3 down linemen. And everybody else is dropping back into coverage. You watch there, you got 3 guys. That's why he has time to throw it. He's got a lot of guys on the line blocking.
Here's a look at the junior quarterback, Sergio Perez, 2nd down and 5. There's a snap. They're going to pitch it, and hitting the backfield immediately is number 3, Jordan Hudson. He's going to lose yardage all the way back to the 36-yard line. That's a loss of 6.
Well, they had that one just keyed up in their defensive playbook. They said, okay, when he comes in motion, boom, you blow that sucker up. And boy, number 96 right there, Lamar, comes flying through there. He's 6 foot, 235 pounds, and he makes a great stop. Great defensive play by the defensive end there.
So you go from a 2nd and 5 to a 3rd and 11. Perez is going to look deep, and that ball is way overthrown and out of bounds, looking for Hudson, so it's going to be 4th down. Now, there is a penalty flag here on the play, so we'll check it. Usually in the area of holding. Oh, another chop block.
Oh,
wow. So I would imagine the Mustangs going to decline this one, set up a 4th down.
Personal foul, chop block, offense, number 61 and 23. That penalty's declined, 4th down.
So it will be 4th down after the decline penalty. Here's a look at it again. We'll see if we can see it.
Yeah, that's a, you see it right there. The lineman has him engaged, pushing him outside, and the running back's going to come up and try to help block him and chip block. But that you have to chip block that. You can't get scared and try to go low on their legs because they're bigger than you. You just got to get in their way.
Yep.
That's just what you got to do.
So the penalty, of course, declined, and punt team out for the Owls. There's the snap, and the kick is away. And a fair catch is called for and made right at around the 30-yard line, and that's where the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10. So the Sachse offense back on the field here. Again, they've had it 3 times in this 1st quarter. All 3 have come away with touchdowns. 21-6 our score with 2:10 remaining here. In these teams both undefeated in district play. Garland comes in 2-0 in district play. Sachse at 1-0. And right now, Sachse with the early advantage in this game. There's a snap. Orgy's going to look to throw it out. He throws it quickly. The catch is made by number 81, and then he goes out of bounds after a gain of about 5 yards.
Again, Elijah Ames just sitting over there on the sideline. Let Orgy do the work. He's running. You got to pay attention to him for running, so you're kind of setting back, and that kind of leaves your receivers kind of wide open over there, just sitting there waiting on it.
2nd down 5 here coming up for the Mustangs. Snap to Orgy. The handoff goes to number 5 up the middle. He's going to have enough for the 1st down, it appears. Gain of about 6 yards, and that will move the chains.
Corey Jones is a big guy. I mean, he's 5'11", 175 pounds. He looks bigger than that out there, too. He runs strong. You can see how he hits everybody and then pushes them forward. That wears on a defense.
There's a snap, a handoff once again. This time hit in the backfield by 3 Garland defenders. And a loss of 2 yards that time on the carry.
Well, I think that was Trey Alexander again coming from that outside linebacker. He read that one perfect. He's coming right through there. Boom, blow you up.
As you said, a good play there by Alexander. And he's a junior as well. So a 2nd down and 12 coming up here for the Mustangs. Orgy rolls out, looking to throw it. Here comes some pressure. And he hits it and loses the ball. So that should be ruled an incomplete pass. And pretty good coverage downfield that time by Garland, Bobby, as Orgy had nowhere to throw.
You know, I guess the more you play that play, you might get better at it. It seemed like that time the linebacker number 26 right there, Smith, comes in and stays with Orgy and doesn't allow him to take off running. So if everybody does their job, you put the pressure on the quarterback as he's running, and all your defensive backs and safety stay back to play the receivers, that's the results you get on defense. Everybody play your position. And I think he gets his arm right there, and that bounced out of bounds. So
yeah, that was actually ruled a fumble. You're exactly right, Bobby. There's a throw, and boy, he had an open receiver, but he takes another good hit by the Owl defenders, Bobby, right when he throws it, and that pass is incomplete. And, you know, good job by Garland's defense that time, Bobby, to hold him.
Yeah, it looks like Doug Onchaway comes over and gets him. But again, he had the receiver just sitting wide open over there. Again, that was number 11, Williams, that had the 76-yard touchdown. He's been all over the place, but they've got to cover him. Got to stay on your man and let everybody else do their job.
So Sachse with their first punt attempt here of the game. There's the kick. It's off the side of the foot, and it's going to go out of bounds. And we'll see where they mark this. It's going to be somewhere past the 40. Garland should have good field position here. See him walking up still, yep, right at the 41-yard line. So Garland with good field position. So their defense did the job that time. And let's see if their offense can come back on and you know, put a drive together here at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, they need it. They need to put a big, substantial drive. Even if you don't score, you keep Sachse off the field. That Sachse offense is pretty dangerous. You need to keep them off the field. Give your defense a chance to rest a little bit.
So 1st and 10 from the 41. There's a snap, and the handoff goes to Powers, who sidesteps one Sachse defender and gets to around the close to the 45. Just going to be shy of it a bit, so a gain of about 3 that time for Jayshon Powers.
Man, didn't that look beautiful? I mean, as soon as he got the ball, it looked like he was going to get stuck. And watch this little sidestep. Boop! Just beautiful play right there.
So a gain of 3 on the carry. Powers now 3 carries, 28 yards, and a touchdown. There's a snap. Perez looking to throw it this time. He's got time, throws it out there. He's got a man, and he cannot hold on to it. A little bit behind him, Bobby, but I would imagine if you asked Ellis Rogers, he would say he probably should have come up with that.
Yeah, because that's just about a 10-yard stop pattern. So the ball's a foot to your right or to the left. It doesn't matter. But look at that offensive line giving him great time to throw that ball, setting up those lanes.
3rd down to 7. There's a snap. Perez is going to roll to his right, looking to throw it. And he's still looking. He's going to be hit as he throws, and the ball goes out of bounds, incomplete. There is a penalty flag close to midfield, so we'll check it.
Perez has got to know when he rolls out like that, he doesn't have a lot of time from that backfield pressure. I mean, that defensive line, that defensive end is usually a lot faster than a tackle or something like that. And you know, when you're running that way, once they get around them, that defensive end has got a full head of steam. So you got to get rid of that ball when you're out there.
So it looks like the penalty called here against the Mustangs, Bobby. I didn't see what the call was, but here it comes.
Holding. Fence. Number 46. 10-yard spot. First down.
Well, there you go. A defensive holding. That will give the Owls an automatic first down in Sachse territory.
See how he rolls, and you see 92 gets past that offensive lineman. You got to get rid of that ball right there. You'll get hurt if you don't. But fortunate for the Owls, they got a holding, so that gives them a first down on the other side of the field.
Perez rolls out, looking to throw it here. He's got some room out here outside, picks up a block from Russell, and then goes out of bounds inside the 40 at around the 38-yard line. So he's going to be about 2 yards shy of the first down, and that's a gain of 8.
Yeah, but that's a good, positive play. Boy, that offensive line is doing an outstanding job right there. And if you've got that many people going downfield, those defensive backs, safeties, everybody's just flying back. They don't want to get beat deep and give up a quick touchdown. And so when that happens, if Perez has some time, he's got some speed, he can turn in some yards himself.
There's a quick throw out. The catch is made. Once again, number 8, Rogers. That should be a first down. And it is indeed all the way down to the 33-yard line, so a gain of about 5. And we have come to the end of the first quarter play.
Conclude the first quarter.
So the end of the first quarter here, there was a look at the catch from Rogers. Our score, the Sachse Mustangs 21, the Garland Owls 6. We'll be back after these messages.
Hey, it's Rick Lopez, your proud superintendent of Garland ISD. GISD is once again leading the state and the nation with our tax rate election that will be on ballots this November. If approved, GISD's TRE would lower the property rate by nearly 5 cents. The district would also receive an additional $42 million annually, which we need to sustain our award-winning academics, athletics, fine arts, and much more. Election Day is Tuesday, November 3rd, and early voting begins Tuesday, October 13th. Visit GarlandISDTRE.com to view more facts and to find your polling location.
And we are back at Williams Stadium for the start of the second quarter. Garland with a 1st and 10 at the Mustang 33. Perez looking to throw it. Now he's going to roll out to his left, looking to throw it. He throws it there. And I think the catch was made by Rogers, and that's going to be another first down, I believe.
Well, that is trusting your arm right there. I mean, he was draped by the Sachse Mustangs.
So he must have said he was out of bounds. It looked like he did catch it, Bobby, but see if we can pick it up here on the sideline. So there's the throw. No, he didn't catch it. I'm sorry. It bounced up to him. Okay, from our angle, we couldn't see the bounce there, so it looked like he had caught it. So second down, handoff to Powers. Still on his feet, and a gain of about 4. And here we go, a 3rd down and 6. Let's call it 7 here coming up, a gain of 3 for Powers. So big 3rd down here and 7 coming up for Garland. They're trying to get to the 23.
And they just don't want Hudson to beat them down here on the bottom. They've got 2 corners and a safety over the top.
Perez looking, he throws it out and just overthrows his intended receiver. Now let's see if the Owls go for it here. You know, they're kind of in that position, probably a little too far for field goal range, Bobby, so they'll probably keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, I was thinking they would probably do something to pick up 3 or 4 more yards because you're in a two-play possession here, so you need a couple yards so you make it really a 4th and short.
Exactly. So here we go, 4th down and 7. Garland's got to get again to the 23 to pick up the 1st down.
Sachse's playing man coverage across the line and then 2 safeties deep.
Snap to Perez, straight drop back this time. He throws it across, he's got a man. That is a 1st down. Still on his feet is Hudson. And that is going to be enough for the 1st down, a gain of 9 yards down to the 21.
Boy, Hudson just keeps showing up. I mean, he's 6'1", 180-pound junior, one of their stars, and he just sits back there, finds him in that post pattern, takes a huge shot, but you see how strong he is. He's still able to get going forward and pick that 1st down up. Big play for the Owls.
1st and 10 at the 21. Snap to Perez, handoff on the draw to Powers. Boy, nice run here. Bobby looks still on his feet and finally goes down after a gain of 8 more down to the 13.
That's why he's a big college recruit. I mean, he's got some power, he's fast and quick. He's got that little quick step. And it was a good play by the Owls. They stacked their receivers all the way to the sideline and spread that defense way out and then did a draw play right up the middle. So just a good call.
There's a snap. They're going to – oh, no, and Perez loses it there. He's going to fall on it. I think, Bobby, he looked like he was going to hand off to Powers, saw the defensive lineman come across, and I think he tried to pull it back out, and that's where you had the bad exchange.
Yeah, that's the danger in that RPO play. You know, it's a run-pass option play, and, boy, if you got a running back that holds it tight and then you try to pull that thing out, sometimes it'll fall on the floor.
So 3rd down and 4, looking to throw it. He throws it across the middle. Boy, a little low. He had him, Bobby, if he would have had the ball up just a little bit, so the pass is incomplete. And we've got another 4th down coming up here.
Again, they love that middle. He's watching him all the way, but that ball just sunk on him.
So once again, the Owls with a 4th down and 4 going for it here. Got to get to the 11 to pick up the 1st. The quick throw out from Perez. A catch is made. That's going to be 1st and goal Owls. That is number 4, Charles Allen, his first catch of the game.
That's an interesting play. You know, they haven't used him all game. He was sitting in that slot position, and he just goes up there and runs about a 4-yard stop, and they stick it in his chest. Perez is having a good game here.
1st and goal at the 4. There's a snap. Handoff to Powers to the right. Pardon me, the fake. And Perez.
Oh, he faked us all out.
He faked me out for sure. That's a touchdown, Garland.
I think either one of them could have scored, though. It looked good. Well, that's how you answer it right there. Well, it faked Sachse out as well because there was nobody on Perez, so they just did a good job executing the play.
So the Owls not going for 2 here, which I think is smart. They're going to just kick the extra point, keep it an 8-point ball game. There's a snap and hold. This time a better hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So the Owls put points on the board here after their defense held. There's a look at Perez on the 4-yard touchdown run. Our new score, Sachse 21, Garland 13. We'll be back after these messages. Look at the quarterback for the Owls, the junior, Sergio Perez, a 4-yard touchdown run to cut the lead here for the Mustangs. It's now 21-13, only an 8-point advantage for Sachse. And
you know, as we've been looking at, Sachse looks like they've been dominating the game. They've scored almost every time they've had the ball. And but then again, there's the Owls. They're right here in it. You know, they're just sticking with them. That offense is pretty good that the Owls are putting out there.
You know, it's pretty funny, Bobby, you know, when you watch games like this, you know, last week, again, we had Garland and Naaman Forest, and it was 7-0 at halftime. Well, Sachse had 14 points, you know, in 4 minutes. So it's just funny how games, you know, play out. So the offense is for both teams going in this game, and you just saw the return there for the Mustangs, so they'll start from their own 36.
Yeah, and the Owls actually didn't score to win the game until 7 seconds left on the clock. So, I mean, yeah, only 14 points there, and they only gave up 7.
Right.
And then you've got Sachse out here just pouring the points on. So just different types of teams. They play them different. They set up linements different.
So Alex Orgy and company back on the field. There's the fake handoff. The pitch goes outside. The ball's loose. And let's see who has it.
Oh.
Boy, I think the Mustangs fell back on, and what a break, because it looked like Garland had 2 players there.
Yeah, it looked like Durant had it. It was laying on the ground, and he jumped over it, basically. And his momentum took him away from it. Boy, what a great pitch right there.
Yeah, it was a good pitch. I didn't – oh, and then a nice hit there. And look at this. You thought –
right under him.
Oh, wow. So the Mustangs with a 6-yard gain, as it turns out. And there's the handoff to number 3, trying to get outside. Garland defenders out there, and they're going to tackle him after a gain of only 1. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 3.
Well, Smith has just been everywhere, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
They do a good job right here of stringing this play out.
Yeah, gain of only 1 that time for Okoye, Bobby, as you said. Another big 3rd down coming up here, 3rd and 3. See if Garland brings pressure here. There's a snap. Orgy is going to hand it off. And boy, look at here, Bobby. They've got him in the backfield. That's a loss of 2. It's going to be 4th down and 5.
Again, Kalen Smith coming in there and stopping it.
Well, the Mustangs going to go ahead and bring the punt unit out. Here we go. Here's the handoff, and just great defensive play there.
Might have been Wigington on the tackle as well. But they did stop them right here on the 40-yard line. So 2 possessions in a row, the Owls have stopped Sachse in that high-powered offense of Sachse.
The Mustangs set to kick it away. Let's see if they do kick it, if they're going to fake it here. No, they're going to kick it away. Boy, great punt. It's going to go yeah, over the head of Russell. Let's see if it makes it to the end zone, and it does
at the half-yard line.
I think it's going to be out at the half-yard. I think you're right, Bobby.
Oh,
my goodness, what a kick.
Boy, you just, man, that's like butter on bread right there. You can't get better than that.
Was that Orgy that punted that ball? Watch this thing roll out. Well, great work by our camera crew.
Goodness.
Slow motion, and it goes out just right at the, I don't know, what is that, the foot-yard line?
Boy, what a punt. So that'll be on somebody's huddle.
Yeah, it should be for sure. So the Owls got to be careful here as they're right up against their end zone. Snap to Perez, looking to throw it. He's going to throw it out quickly. Catch is made out there, and that gets him a little bit of breather room and close to a 1st down. He may have it. Yeah, he's going to have it, Bobby, because he's at the 11. So that's going to be a 10-yard gain for Russell and a 1st down.
Russell, he kind of slow jogs that out pattern. I think he knows it's going to him, so he's just kind of fooling the defensive back to kind of play off of him, because he's just kind of barely running it out there, and then boom, he takes off when he catches it. He's dangerous.
So a 10-yard gain and a 1st down. That gives, again, Garland some breathing room here. Inside of 7 minutes to go in the first half. The quick throw out. The catch is it was picked off. It was right off the hands of number 4, Charles Allen, and the Mustangs have a turnover.
Well, DeAndre Robb just sits there and goes, hey, look what I found. I mean, that ball comes right through. Oh, it's a beautiful pass. He had running room to go.
Yes, he did. Boy, that is a huge turnover in this game.
There's Robb just going, I just robbed you.
So that is the second interception of the first half here for the Mustangs, and they've got great field position now. 1st and 10 at the Garland 24.
Boy, you just think if he catches that, I mean, I don't think anybody's going to catch him. He's split in the middle. He was gone.
I'm right there with you.
Boy, you've got to catch it first. I think he might have seen the green running too, and decided to take off running before he caught it.
Orgy with the ball, trying to get outside, and he's going to get the containment there and a gain about, 3 yards here on that first down carry. Now let's give him 2. They're going to back it up to the 22, so a gain of 2 on the run.
Well, they just spread it out like that and don't allow him to get to that corner. Now, he was getting to the corner pretty good in that first period, but they've looked like that Owl defense has changed it just a little bit, trying to string it out a little more.
There's another snap. Orgy's going to keep it, trying to get outside to his right. Garland defending there. Boy, nice play to hold him to a gain of about 1 yard. So, Garland's starting to kind of, get a hold of him now, Bobby. Remember, he started out with a couple big runs to start the game. His last couple have not netted much yards.
Yeah, I think they're staying outside for him now. You see that linebacker stayed out there. They're not going in, letting everybody do their own job, and there comes 27. But really, the play was set up by big number 56 there, staying in his position and making him run further outside than he wanted to.
This is a big 3rd down and 7 here for both teams. There's a snap. Orgy looking to throw it. He's got time, still looking. He's going to throw it outside, and that ball's in and out of the hands, and that one was almost picked off.
Well, Chase Biddle he was almost in the right spot again, just like Robb was on the other side. He had plenty of time to throw it. Boy, he has some strong arm, doesn't he? He didn't have his feet set or anything, and he zipped that ball.
So a 4th down play coming up here for the Mustangs, so they're going to go forward as well. And a 4th and 7 coming up, and I think the Mustangs are going to call a timeout here, and they're going to talk about it. And we'll take a break with them. Boy, a good first half here at Williams Stadium. We've got 5:53 remaining with our score. Sachse 21, Garland 13.
Election Day, November 3rd is right around the corner. Don't forget, our TRE is on the ballot. It's like being on the 10-yard line with less than 2 minutes to play.
So be a team player. Never pass up the opportunity to vote.
When you vote, it's a home run for our community.
We hope to see a spike in voter turnout this year. So get to the polls and vote. It's a great way to serve.
Just make sure your voice is heard on Election Day. When it comes to voting, we're all on the same team, the GISD team.
So after timeout, the Mustangs bring the field goal unit on. This is going to be a 38-yard attempt. There's the snap and hold. The kick is away. It's a low kick. Did it get there? It did not. It is wide left, and the Owl defense is held once again. So the Mustangs decided at the timeout, Bobby, to go ahead and bring the field goal unit on to try to extend the lead to 11, and it doesn't work out as the kick was wide left.
Yeah, they probably came over to the sideline and said, hey, we've got the wind. We were on that right hash mark over there, and we have the wind behind us, and Martinez can kick it that far, so why not? Let's try it. And it just didn't go in for him that time, but, boy, that's a good effort.
So the Owl defense is held after the turnover, and let's see if they can do anything offensively. The quick throw out from Perez, the catch is made, and still on his feet up across the 25 to about the 26-yard line for a gain of 5 is number 8, Ellis Rogers.
He's just got such strong hands. He just snakes that ball out of the air because that was some really good coverage. I mean, look how tight that coverage was. I mean, if you wait for that ball to come to you, then that ball's going to get knocked down. You have to reach out and grab that thing and snake it out of the air, and that's what he did.
Draw play here, and boy, that time it's going nowhere. As the Mustang defense there to stop him immediately. That was Powers with the run. And look at number 91 there on the tackle. That is Gavin Portillo. And a loss of 2 that time for Powers.
Well, he's 240 pounds. Like, boom, he comes in and just fills the gap right there. Man, what a solid play.
Bobby, looks like a free play here. They're going to go deep. As you see a penalty flag on the sideline, I think they're going to get the Mustangs here for offside. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Offsides. Defense, number 96. 5-yard. Replay. 3rd down.
So a 5-yard penalty marked off. You're going to see it right here. You're going to see him jump. He's actually, it looks like he's offside already.
Yeah,
there's
smart play to go ahead and throw it downfield, too. I mean, you never know what's going to happen. It's a free play.
So 3rd down and 2 here coming up for the Owls. See if they go with a draw play. Nope, they're going to roll out here to the right, looking to throw it. And here comes some pressure. He's going to throw it out of bounds. It's a smart play by your quarterback. It's going to be 4th down and 2. And I would imagine we're going to have the punt unit come on for the Owls.
They have Jayshon Powers in there, and it looks like he could probably pick up 2 yards. So, you know, 3rd and short, that's when you use that guy. You go ahead and use your run and play there and try to pick that thing up. But they decide to throw it, and Perez does a good job of just getting rid of it because the coverage was there. Sachse knew what was going on. They stayed on their guys. There was nobody to throw to.
So the Owls set to punt it away. Number 8 for the Mustangs back to return. That's Cam Gladney. There's a snap, and the kick is away. It's a low kick. Yeah, knuckleball. That's exactly right. Takes a sideways bounce, and Garland's got it down at around the 41-yard line, and the Mustangs will have good field position to start this drive. Well, so after we were just talking about both offenses, you know, they both have kind of stalled here. As we've seen Sachse, you know, after scoring on their first 3 possessions, their last 3, of course, they've had, you know, punts. And then for the Owls, of course, they scored to get to 13, and then now their last 2 possessions have gone, you know, awry. One with, of course, the interception, then just had to punt that one away. So the offense is kind of stalling here a little bit in the 2nd quarter. As you see the handoff on 1st down, boy, nice run. Up the middle by number 3, Brian Okoye, and he's going to gain 9 all the way to midfield.
See big number 76 just pulling from one side to the other, and he just pancakes his man, and that's how they were able to get up 9 yards on that play, following that big number 76.
Quick throw out. The catch is made by number 11. Then he's upended in Garland territory at the 45, so that's a gain of 5 yards, but enough to move the chains.
Boy, big night for Williams. I mean, he's just been all over the place. They trust him with his good hands.
I think we've got a timeout called here for the injured Al on the field.
That's not good. That's Caleb Smith, and you know he's the linebacker that's just been all over the place tonight.
And they're getting him up right here, so hopefully he's okay. That's a good sign right there as he's able to walk off. Gives both teams a little time to get a water break and then kind of talk with their coaches as well. And good to see, of course, number 26, Keelan Smith on his feet. No doubt we will see him back in the game.
A lot of times these smaller teams that don't have a whole lot of players out there, once you get past that, you know, your starters, a lot of times you just don't have the depth. So we'll see if Sachse just goes right at where he was playing.
Back to live action now. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the Garland 46. Oh, a high snap, and it gets out of Orgy's reach. He's going to try to rush to the outside. Garland with some speed. He's going to throw it away. Good decision that time by the quarterback. Boy, Bobby, just his first incompletion of the game.
Just got high on him. Takes a perfect bounce right back into his hands.
Receiver downfield, offense, number 56. 5-yard penalty, replay first down.
Boy, they got an ineligible receiver, and
well, you know, that it's a broken play. So you got these linemen going down to block for Orgy because they think he's going to run the ball on a broken play like that. And he ends up just throwing it away. But, you know, that's how they get caught. They only have to go downfield like 3 or 4 yards, and they could get called. So sometimes that happens on those kind of broken plays.
So with the penalty, we're going to wipe out the incompletion. So again, Orgy so far has not thrown an incompletion in the first half. They're going to hand it off. Boy, a great play on the draw, but Garland's defense did a good job, Bobby, to just kind of stay at home, and a gain of only 3 yards. That draw play that time, and it looked like it was going to go somewhere, but again, the right side of the Garland defensive line was played. They played their position perfectly. Watch this on the counter.
That's a counter. And then Doug, number 2, Entrewary, stays in his spot, makes a good tackle right there, forces, you know, all you got to do is get in the way, and then the rest of your team can come and help you out. So just a good job right there.
Now's look to bring some pressure. Orgy with a quick throw, boy, and in and out of the hands of number 4, Jaden Hunter. And this is going to set up a 3rd down and long. It was a good throw that time. It appeared, Bobby. Let's see if we can pick it up.
He's got plenty of time to throw. Those big offensive linemen are doing a great job. And, you know, that's basically just a deep slant.
So 3rd down and 12 here. It's a big 3rd down. We've got 3:10 remaining in the first half. See if the Owls decide to bring some pressure this time coming from the outside. Here it comes. The throw's there. Oh, he's got a man wide open. And he bobbled it for a minute but makes the catch. And that's going to be a 1st down Mustangs. All the way down to the 33-yard line. So that's a gain of almost 15 yards.
Ames again. I mean, he's been their go-to guy. They do bring pressure. But Ames is just able to sit right in there in that hole.
And off up the middle. That's going to be a touchdown for the Mustangs. A 33-yard touchdown run by number 5 of the Mustangs, Corey Jones.
Boy, just a great job right there by all of those big offensive linemen. I mean, he didn't get touched. They were all able to seal off, and it looks like they brought some linebackers for the blitz. When you do that, you break past that first group of linemen, and there's no linebackers behind them. So he's just able to walk into the end zone. Just a nice job by that offensive line.
There's the hole. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So our new scores, you take a look at number 5, Corey Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game. The Sexy Mustangs 28, the Garland Owls 13. We'll be back after these messages on GRS-TV.
I can't vote yet.
But you can.
Exercise your right to vote in the upcoming election.
Early voting is October 13th through October 30th.
Election day is November 3rd.
Remember that Garland ISD has a tax rate election on the ballot.
It will be the last item.
So remember to vote all the way to the end.
Visit www.garlandisdtre.com to learn more about our tax rate election.
Look at number 5, Corey Jones. He has 2 touchdown carries here in the game. The Mustangs with a 15-point lead once again. Jones right at the 50-yard mark in rushing on 8 carries. 8 carries, 50 yards, and those 2 touchdowns. That longest one just a moment ago was a 36-yarder, and the Mustangs with that 15-point lead. So Garland's opportunity now. They need to try to answer here, Bobby, you would think before half. 2:44 remaining. They've got plenty of time. Got all 3 timeouts as well. Right now, again, trailing once again by 2 scores. As we are set for kick, and there is the kick. It's a high, deep kick. The Owls going to let it sail into the end zone, and they're going to take the ball 1st and 10 at the 25. Well, good first half so far, Bobby. We've seen a little bit of everything. Seen turnovers, 2 picks by the Mustangs. Of course, Garland has had a couple of opportunities. They had one ball that was on the ground from the Mustangs, Bobby, that we thought they had, but the Mustangs able to recover, and then they also had a tipped ball that almost was intercepted. So, right now Garland with 2 turnovers, Sachse with none, and the Mustangs up by 15.
Yeah, the Mustangs defense is good. I mean, they've got that 3 down lineman, so they're only bringing pressure with 3 guys and setting everybody back in that deep coverage and not allowing, the strength of Garland to play out. I mean, their strength is obviously all of these wide receivers, and they're big, they're tall, they're fast, and Perez throwing the ball to them, and Sachse's just kind of taking that away from them. 1
yard on the running play there. Perez looking to throw it. He's going to throw it deep down the sideline, and that catch is made, but is he out of bounds? He is indeed. This is number 8, Ellis Rogers, I believe, with the catch, but again, it's incomplete as he was out of bounds.
See it here. Let's see. Yep. Well, he's got good timing. He goes up and gets that ball, though.
Yeah, good catch there, but unfortunately for the Owls, out of bounds. And so a 3rd down and 9 here.
They're going to call a timeout? Or is there an injury?
Yeah, it looks like it's Perez.
Oh.
And that is not good at all. Is that your quarterback? Well, he's holding that right knee, Bobby, and that's not good at all.
I didn't see it happen, but, he was rolling out, turning, planting his feet to throw that deep ball, and you just wonder if somebody came flying down the side and got him a little bit.
Well, as they take a look at the quarterback for the Owls, we'll take a quick break. Got 2:16 remaining in the half with our score, the Mustangs 28, the Owls 13.
Come on in. Guys, we're all on the same team. Team Garland ISD. Now, are you ready to go vote? There you go. Everyone knows to complete the whole ballot, right? Okay, let's go. Remember, voting is a team effort. Voting. So easy, even a mascot can do it.
There's a look at the quarterback for the Owls, number 12, Sergio Perez, coming off there on his own, but limping pretty good, Bobby. Not a good sign for the Garland quarterback, and of course they've got a 3rd down and 9 coming up here. It'll be interesting to see who they have at quarterback. But hopefully he will be okay. Again, the junior starter for the Owls.
They got Onchwary in there? Is that number 2?
I have not been able to see yet. Hadn't turned for us so we can get the number exactly, but again, a big 3rd down play coming up here. There's the snap. And rolling out, boy, a lot of pressure. He's going to throw it out and just overthrows Jordan Hudson. It's going to be 4th down and 9, and the Owls are going to have to punt this one away. Yeah, 24 right there with the throw. That's Aaron King. And again, they're going to have to punt it away here.
Yeah, good defensive stance right there by Sachse. They just bottled them up. There was just nobody to go to. Those big defensive backs, they've all staying back there in their zones and forcing Garland to punt now.
So the Mustangs looking to get good field position once again, and they may try to put more points on the board here before half. They got plenty of time. There's a snap. Here comes the punt. End over Impenda's going to chase the Sachse return man back and then roll. He's going to touch it.
Oh.
And what is it? Oh, wow. But Sachse, I think, got another break, and they recover. No, Garland's got it. That's Garland football.
Oh, my goodness. I'm not sure why he would do that.
I don't know. Yep.
Well, the coaches don't either, so I'm pretty sure. But Looks like Trey Alexander's the one that picks the ball up.
And right here, he just decides to touch it, and he just can't get a handle on it. Boy, talk about a break right there. Again, Sachse was going to have an opportunity, Bobby, to go up by 3 scores at half. Now Garland back on the field, and guess who's limping back out here? The quarterback, Sergio Perez.
Oh, man, what a gutsy guy. Well, if they score here, then they get the ball coming out in the second half.
That's exactly right. So here we go, first down. They're going to hand it off to Powers. Boy, and that gets blown up, and he's going to lose big yardage. They tried the draw play there, and nothing doing. They're going to drop him all the way back at the 44-yard line, Bobby. That's going to be a loss of 8 yards.
Boy, James Boyd just comes flying in there. I mean, we haven't hardly called his name out. He's playing that middle linebacker, I guess, and he just comes through there. It's all blown up. He sees it.
Perez gets outside looking to throw it. He's going to throw it and just throw it away. Boy, great coverage downfield by the Mustang defense. Just nowhere to go that time for the Owls.
Yeah, nothing. I mean, he had plenty of time to throw it, set up, throw, do whatever he needed to do. Just they're dropping everybody back into coverage. Look, 55 back there, 41 back there. I mean, he's covering number 4. Everybody's covered. There's nobody to throw to, so Perez is just having to get rid of it.
So third down and 18 here. They're straight drop back. Perez looking to throw it. And he just overthrows the intended receiver that time. That was a stop and go that time, or a pump and go. And boy, that went nowhere for the Owls. So they had an opportunity there, the first turnover of the game for the Mustangs, but you know, a 3 and out for Garland here, and they're going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, they may have got a little excited about throwing the ball because it looked like Sachse only was rushing 2 players and then delayed a third. They weren't even on the line of scrimmage. So when you got that going, sometimes you can just run the ball and pick up 5-10 yards each time.
So this time the Mustangs not even going to send a return man back. Here's the snap. They're not going to rush anything, so here's the punt. And it's going to take a Garland bounce, and it's going to go and down. I'm not sure why he downed it. Probably would have got some more yardage, but they're going to down it at the 14-yard line, and the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10 at their own 14 with only 1:09 remaining here in the half.
So Sachse did their job right there. They give the ball up on their side of the field, and they're able to, you know, get a 3 and out just that quick.
Yeah, and really the big play, of course, that first down draw play, and the Mustang defense just, you know, set them back 8 yards, and that really just kind of destroyed the whole offensive, you know, set that time.
Absolutely. That was a great play by the middle linebacker there.
So see if the Mustangs try to stay conservative here, if they want more. Looks like they're going for more. Orji with a lot of time. He's going to look to throw it deep. He's got a man out there, but overthrows him by about 5 yards. He was looking for number 11, Tyler Williams again. And it's going to be second down.
Boy, he had him, and Tyler Williams was open for a long time. I mean, he was running strides down the field, and Orji found him, but he found him a little late. I mean, he's open the whole time.
Boy, look at the job by the offensive line as well, Bobby. There was no pressure that time on Orji.
And I think, you know, Garland's doing the same thing. They've got 4 defensive backs setting about 15 yards deep.
Snap to Orji, looking to throw it. He's going to throw it out. He's got a man wide open, and he's going to go out of bounds. I think he's got enough for the first down. He does. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, so a gain of about 13 that time for number 12. I believe that is Jagger Rowland.
Yeah, throw to what they're going to give you. I mean, you've got all these. They're playing an umbrella defense, so they can't get beat deep. So throw those 10-yard outs.
There's a snap. Orji rolls out, looking to throw it. Got a man wide open. That's number 4, and then gets tackled immediately by number 7 of the Owls. That is Chase Biddle. But again, another gain of about 16 and a first down.
Yeah, and the clock stops, you know, when you get that first down, because they got to move the chain. So you're able to get out there and set back up. Garland needs to start playing like they were playing before.
There's a snap once again. Orji looks to throw it. The quick throw out and the hit immediately. And they're going to keep the clock rolling here.
When you play that prevent defense, it just prevents you from winning.
That's true. Very true, Bobby. 3 yards on that reception. The Mustangs do call a timeout. We'll keep it here and talk about this first half. Good first half, Bobby. It's really been kind of back and forth. The Mustangs got out to that quick lead, the 2-touchdown lead, and they've been able to maintain that. But, since those first 2 points, or the first 2 touchdowns, I should say, it's really been back and forth, from here. So good first half so far.
It's been exciting.
It has.
You watch big, strong, powerful offenses play each other like this, and then you get the defense involved, and they get, a couple of turnovers, and they're playing really good too. So, man, it's just been a fun football game tonight.
It has. Again, we mentioned, as you take a look at both teams here, the Owls coming in 3-0 on the season, 2-0 in district play. Sachse comes in at 1-1 and 1-0 in district play, and you'll get a good game between these two ball clubs. Again, you mentioned Garland. They're trying to get back to the playoffs, Bobby. It's been several years since they've made it there. Sachse, of course, they're a playoff, regular, it seems. But the Owls looking, and here comes some pressure from Garland. Oh, Orgy able to pull out of it. Wide open receiver.
Number 11
first down.
How about that? How does Tyler Williams just keep getting open?
Boy, what a huge play, because, Bobby, I thought Orgy was going to be down on this play, but his strength is able to keep him up.
And still throw a bomb like that.
And there it is for the first and goal set up here for the Mustangs. 17 seconds, the clock is running. Snap to Orgy, looking to throw it. Oh, he's got a lot of room out here if he wants to go. And he's going to try to take it. A penalty flag comes out. Orgy toward the end zone. He is short, I believe. But again, they are going to say a touchdown, but there is a penalty on the field. Well, a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, it's right there where holding usually takes place. But Orgy does a great job. I mean, he takes off running, and he kind of pump fakes like he's going to throw it, gets everybody up in the air, and then just runs right past them.
A face mask against the Owls. That's going to be a touchdown.
How about that?
So here we go. We're going to take a look at it here. The strong run by Orgy.
Whoop, see you later. Fake you out and then take off running. I mean, what a play. That's somebody that's seeing stuff in slow motion out there and is just a step above everybody else.
Boy, that is a big touchdown and a long drive. Remember, this drive started at
Personal foul, face mask on the defense will be assessed on the kickoff.
This drive started at their own 14, Bobby, if you remember. And a touchdown here, and this is going to be a huge gap here for Garland going in at half. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Let's just keep it here because we only have 5 seconds remaining. And there's a look at Alex Orgy with a 10-yard touchdown run to extend the lead to 35-13. And, boy, the Mustangs look to be in pretty good shape here. Look to be up by 22 at halftime. Here's a look at it again, Bobby.
Yeah, watch this. Just, oh. And then just uses his strength to get over in that end zone. He just reached over. All you got to do is get the tip of it over that line, and that's what he did.
Boy, big touchdown there. And again, the Mustangs up by 22. This is their biggest lead of the game. Boy, just go back, moments ago. Again, the Owls, it was 28-13. The Owls had to punt. Sachse had a fumble, right? So the Owls were set up, in Sachse territory and, really couldn't do anything. So a big stop by the Sachse defense held them to a 3-and-out. Then the Owls punted away there. There was just over a minute remaining, Bobby, and you're thinking, hey, the Mustangs may try to run out the clock. They do not, and they end up scoring a touchdown.
That's what I was thinking that the Owls were going to do. When they got the turnover on the 40-yard line, I thought they would try to run the ball a little bit or at least throw safe plays to keep that clock moving because they got the ball at the 2-minute mark.
Yep.
And they ran 4 plays and only 40 seconds ran off the clock, and it left Sachse too much time, and they were able to go down and score on them.
Yep. 22-point lead now, and again with the 15-yard face mask penalty marked off, the Mustangs going to be kicking from the Garland 45.
Yeah, this is where you go ahead and do a little onside kick usually, but only with 5 seconds, you might as well kick it on down there.
Yep. So the kick out of the back of the end zone, and Garland with the 1st and 10 at the 25. I would imagine Coach Russell probably going to take a knee here, Bobby, and just head to the halftime down by 3 scores. Boy, that one hurts if you're the Owls. You know, again, Bobby, they get the ball first coming out of halftime. If you don't give Sachse any points, you're down by only the 2 touchdowns. You get the ball first. You know, if you can drive down and score, you're now back to a 1-touchdown game. But this one really hurts to give up the points with only 5 seconds remaining.
Right, and I could see it was happening because they were playing prevent defense when they gave them almost a minute and a half to drive down there.
They're going to hand it off here to Powers, cutting outside to the right. We have come to the end of the first half. Powers going to run out of bounds after a gain of about 8. But more importantly, that is the end of the first half. A good first half by the Sachse Mustangs, and our score at Williams Stadium. The Sachse Mustangs 35, the Garland Owls 13. We'll be back after these messages on GRS-TV.
Hey, it's Rick Lopez, your proud superintendent of Garland ISD. GISD is once again leading the state and the nation with our tax rate election that will be on ballots this November. If approved, GISD's TRE would lower the property rate by nearly 5 cents. The district would also receive an additional $42 million annually, which we need to sustain our award-winning academics, athletics, fine arts, and much more. Election Day is Tuesday, November 3rd, and early voting begins Tuesday, October 13th. Visit GarlandISDTRE.com to view more facts and to find your polling location.
Back at Williams Stadium for the start of the third quarter. Our halftime score, the Sachse Mustangs 35 and the Garland Owls 13. Bobby, a lot of fireworks there in the first half. And let's take a look at some of the first half highlights.
Started out early. Big 76-yard pass. First play of the game. Trey Williams.
Wide open Trey Williams, Bobby. We thought maybe had to have been a blown coverage to have him that wide open, but the Mustangs score on the first play from scrimmage. Come back right there, you see the pick, the first of two on the night for the Mustangs as Perez's pass gets picked off, and here's Alex Orji doing it on the ground.
Yeah, 36 yards. He just started running over people. They're like, you can't arm tackle somebody that's 6'1", 220 pounds.
Come back on the handoff, boy, nice play there on the draw to Jay-Sean Powers, and good strong running to get the Owls on the board to cut the lead in half.
He's got a really quick hop step that gets him some freedom.
Mustangs back up by 2 scores. You see the hop into the end zone there. The Mustangs, Corey Jones, his second touchdown. And Perez comes back, so the Owls, trying to hang in there. Bobby, was only one possession at that point. And then look at this kick by Alex Orji that goes out of bounds right inside the one. And then here's the big pick here by the Mustangs.
That was right after that
punt.
Long punt right there.
You got it. And then look at the wide open run right there. Corey Jones is second of the first half.
Yeah, that was a 36-yarder there.
And then here's the backbreaker, Bobby, with 5 seconds remaining in the first half. Orji with the 10-yard touchdown run. The dive there at the end.
Yeah, what made that so special is he had Williams coming across the middle, and he acted like he was going to throw to him and got everybody jumping in the air. And they left their feet. He just took off and scored that touchdown.
So a 22-point halftime lead here for the Mustangs, 35-13. 5 touchdowns in that first half. 4 on the ground for the Mustangs, only 1 through the air, that very first play from scrimmage, Bobby. And, of course, Garland with their 2 touchdowns, both on the ground with Jay-Sean Powers and then, of course, the quarterback Sergio Perez. So 35-13, and the Owls will get the ball first here to start the second half. You're going to think, Bobby, if nothing, they need to get a drive going here to get to, try to at least get some momentum back. And, of course, obviously, if they can score here, gets them right back in the game.
Yeah, they deferred when they won the toss to get the ball the second half. And really what you wanted them to do at the end of that first half was to go ahead and score, or, not let Sachse score and then get the ball again right here, and you could double it up. But, boy, that was just a tough ending to the half for the Owls. And, they're going to have to get something out of Sergio Perez. I mean, I know he was limping around. He got hurt a little bit, but he was 5 of 10 for 57 yards. And his number 1 receiver, Jordan Hudson, he was 1 catch for 9 yards. So, when you got Ellis Rogers, 4 catches, 24 yards, and that's really about all you have out of that. In order to get back in this game, you're going to have to use these awesome players that you got with a lot of ball skill. You got to get them the ball. That's the only way around it. You got to get these guys the ball, and you kind of expect a little bit more from Jay-Sean Powers, because he only got 8 carries that whole time. He got a touchdown, but when you only get 8 carries from them, then you can double up and on your wide receivers. So, and that's what Sachse has done. They've kind of rushing 3 people, and they've just double covering all the receivers. So you got to look for Jay-Sean Powers to have a good night this second half.
And we are underway here. It's a high kick. It's going to come down right at the 14, and here comes the return. Look at here through the middle of the field. Jordan Hudson gets tracked down from behind, but once again, Garland's going to have good field position here to start this drive.
Well, their kickoff return team has done an outstanding job tonight. I mean, they pitched it one time and broke midfield, and they almost broke another one. So this is the 3rd one that they've carried out close to midfield tonight.
Well, nice job there by number 2 of the Mustangs, or else Hudson's going to have more yards. That was James Adams. And so, again, let's see if that gives the Owl offense a bit of life here. 1st and 10, close to midfield. They're going to start at their own 47. There's the snap. Perez looking to throw it. He's going to roll out to his right. He's got time. He throws it outside and just out of the reach of number 4, Charles Allen. That pass is incomplete.
Allen comes in, runs about a 6-yard in, and then breaks it back out. But with all that time of rolling out and everything, it just allowed the defense to cover him up. At first he was open. If he could have set his feet and just thrown that in there, it would have been a completed pass.
There's a quick throw out by Perez, and that ball is incomplete and out of bounds. He was looking that time for Ellis Rogers, number 8, so a big 3rd down and 10, Bobby. So after the great field position there on the kickoff return, Garland in jeopardy here of having to punt it away. They've got a 3rd and 10 coming up.
Again, they're only rushing 3, so they're setting everybody else back in coverage. So look for like a draw play or something like that. You get everybody dropping back, and then you can hand that ball off and see what you get.
Straight drop back for Perez. He's got time. Here comes some pressure, and he is going to be hit and dropped for a loss.
Definitely a coverage sack. You got to give that to that Sachse defense. The backs and the safeties, I mean, they have everybody covered. They're just draping over the receivers. They're playing press coverage and then a safety over the top.
Boy, so a 3 and out after the great field position, and the Owls going to kick it away here. New return man for the Mustangs back. I believe that is number 11, Tyler Williams. Williams had a big game here, Bobby, in the first half receiving.
Yeah, he's had 4 catches, 132 yards, and a touchdown.
He's going to be down there, and that was 21, not 11, so that was Jet Krill that was set to return it, but he doesn't even get a chance. The punt is short, and they down it. And so the Mustangs will come back out on offense, 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
That last drive of the half really showed that Sachse, they're strong all over. They're good in the passing game. They've got some good receivers and a big offensive line, and they were really able to take advantage of the running game there. We'll see if the Owls can stop them.
Snap to Orgy, the handoff up the middle. Look here, another big hole, and tripped up at midfield, but a big run by number 3, Brian Okoye, right up the middle.
Well, look at that. He's just not even touched until he gets all the way to the safety. Jeter makes a saving tackle for the touchdown right there. It would have been a touchdown if he wasn't there.
1st and 10 inside Garland territory at the 48. There's a snap. Another handoff goes to number 3. Boy, he takes a big hit out there and gets dropped. Boy, nice tackle outside by number 25 of Garland. That's Jabbar Durant.
You better lower that shoulder because, woo, Durant just got a highlight reel on his huddle.
Gain of only 2 on that 1st down run, 2nd down and 8. There's a snap. Orgy's going to keep it himself to the left side. Boy, he's got a lot of blocking out front and a lot of room. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 1st down marker. That should be enough to move the chains. Yeah, gain of about 9 yards. And another 1st down for the Mustangs.
That's a designed run. Look at all his linemen taking off. Big 76, 66. They're all the way out to the sideline as well. So just a designed run to the outside. Their lineman did a, was able to get a body on everybody, and they pick up a good 1st down there.
There's a snap. Orgy's going to keep it himself. The fake handoff. He's going to cut it back to the inside and gain another big chunk of yardage, 7 more.
That big 65 and 56, they get a good push, and then they turn their body. And when you turn your body, you've created a wall. And Orgy's able to just run on the outside of that.
2nd down and 3. They send a man in motion. There's a snap to Orgy. They're going to hand it off. Oh, and he runs right past the Garland defender, still on his feet. That's Okoye. Boy, just good, strong running that time, and another 1st down.
He's 6'1", 200 pounds. He's not an easy guy to bring down. You can see he just sheds those tackles. He's strong. And then it takes 2 guys to pull him down right there. Shoes are flying off everywhere. Man, those guys are hitting.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the Garland 15. It's a pretty good drive here they've got going, Bobby. Mostly on the ground. Look at that. That's a touchdown right at the middle. I'm not sure he was touched.
Now, that offensive line is just really starting to dominate. We were talking about that earlier in the game, is that you know, when you've got a team that's having to go both ways a lot of times, and then you got these big offensive linemen that you know, that they're only on offense, what does that do? Does that start wearing down that defense? And boy, these last two drives really look strong and powerful by Sachse.
Yep. So right down the field for the Mustangs on their first possession here of the second half. They score a touchdown, extend the lead. Here comes the extra point attempt. The kick is up, and they're not going to allow that one to go as there was some contact made, so that'll be an offside call against Garland. The extra point attempt coming up here, as that'll move them half the distance to the goal after the offside call. There's a snap and hold. The kick is away, and that kick is good. So a good drive there for the Mustangs coming out of halftime. There's a look at the running back for Sachse, Corey Jones, who just scored once again. That's his third touchdown on the ground. And our new score, the Sachse Mustangs 42, the Garland Owls 13. We'll be back after these messages.
Election Day, November 3rd is right around the corner. Don't forget, our TRE is on the ballot. It's like being on the 10-yard line with less than 2 minutes to play.
So be a team player. Never pass up the opportunity to vote.
When you vote, it's a home run for our community.
We hope to see a spike in voter turnout this year. So get to the polls and vote. It's a great way to serve.
Just make sure your voice is heard on Election Day. When it comes to voting, we're all on the same team, the GISD team.
(42-13) our score after the Mustangs drive and score on their first possession here of the second half. Got a commanding lead now against the Owls. You know, Bobby, I tell you, we talked about it. This game was 28-13 right at the end of the first half. Sachse scores with 5 seconds remaining, and then they take, Garland has good field position here coming out of the half. They can't do anything with it. Sachse takes the ball and scores, drives down and scores. And now we've got a 42-13 ball game. And Sachse right now, pretty much dominating at this point.
Yeah, they were picking up huge chunks of yardage every single play.
Well, another good kickoff return for the Owls. They're going to be out across the 32, about the 33-yard line. And again, with 8:52, there's still a lot of time in this ball game, and Garland's got a pretty good offense, Bobby, but they're going to have to get something going on this drive, you would think.
Yeah, and you got to start thinking, well, it's 42-13. When do you start playing other players, so that you don't get hurt? And maybe they're already moving some players in and out. I've seen Sachse dropping players off the, coming off the line, onto the sideline, and guys going in. But you definitely don't want to lose a game, lose a player in a game like this. I mean, you got to think about the rest of the season and giving these guys, other guys, really some chances to play, because you got to rely on some of these other individuals during the year.
As a tip pass, so the pass falls incomplete.
Well, that was almost backwards.
Second down and 10 now for the Owls. Split backs in the backfield this time. There's the snap, and they're going to quickly throw it out. And boy, the official was right there, and I'm not sure if Charles Allen wasn't able to see it, but pass does fall incomplete, and we've got a third down and 10 coming up.
Again, a big opportunity lost right there, because he really had some room to definitely get the first down.
There's a look at the umpire right there. That ball was coming right at him. He is able to get out of the way, but once again, the Garland Owls facing a third down and long. It is 3rd and 10. And just not able to get the offense going here in this game. There's the snap. Looking to throw it. He's going to throw it out. And that ball is
taken
caught.
Away, yeah.
I think that's going to be ruled a catch.
How about that? I mean, you have a defensive back picking the ball off, and then you just get manhand right there by Rogers. It just takes it away from him.
that. Oh, wow.
Just ripped it right out of his hands.
So 1st and 10 now in Sachse territory, and that was a big play for Garland, and a penalty flag comes out.
Yeah, I think down here on the end, Hudson may have taken off just a little early.
I think you're right.
Dead ball. False start. Offense, number 3. 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
You had it right there, Bobby. Number 3 on offense with the illegal procedure. That's going to back him up 5 yards. First down at 15. Perez is going to roll to his right, throws it out quickly to number 4, Charles Allen, and a good tackle right there in the open field by the corner there for the Mustangs. That's number 46. Jackson LaHoye, and look at that boy. Great job right there to just get right on Allen after the short gain of only 2.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're press covering, you know, and that's what happens. You're not getting these real short throws and catching them and being able to break free because they're right up on you. You know, you get those when the defense is setting off 5-8 yards. You can do those little 2-step turnarounds, but when they're press coverage, boy, it's tough to catch that ball and make it anything happen.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the Mustang defense, we got a timeout here, by the way, called by the Mustangs. They didn't like something they saw on defense, so they did call their first timeout here of the second half, but we'll keep it here. You know, got to give a lot of credit to the Mustang defense, especially those defensive backs, Bobby. You know, we talked about it at the halftime. Leading receiver for the Owls, Jordan Hudson, only 1 catch in that whole first half. I think they've got, you know, somebody kind of over the top of him, so they're, you know, got a little bit of double coverage on him, but, you know, really the other receivers, you know, haven't really done much tonight for the Owls. So
that's why they're only rushing 3. They got 3 down linemen, and then they've got, you know, their linebackers are setting out behind them in coverage.
Quick throw out to Allen. He's going to try to cut it outside, but boy, another good tackle by the Mustangs, and a gain of only about 4, so we've got a 3rd down and 9 coming up.
See right here, they just don't have, there's just a lot more orange jerseys.
So a big 3rd and 9 here, you know, with the score 42-13, Bobby, you figure, you know, unless there's a negative play here, you figure Garland's going to go for it on 4th if they don't make it here. There's the quick throw out. The catch is made, but was he out of bounds? Nope, they're going to say he's out of bounds, so it's going to be 4th down and 9. You know, but again, I would imagine you're going to see him go for it here because it's, you know, it's really kind of now or never time if they want to try to get back in this game. Here's a look at the replay.
I mean, you've got to give a lot of credit right there to Eli McCurrier. I mean, he's only 5'8", and he's playing a big guy over there on that side, and he's really shut him down all game. He's using the sideline to push him and force him out. Even when Hudson catches the ball over there, he's been out of bounds. So he's been doing a really good job of coverage over there.
So on 4th and 9, we have another timeout called here. We'll take a break this time. Our score with 6:57 left in the 3rd quarter. Sachse 42, Garland 13.
I can't vote yet.
But you can.
Exercise your right to vote in the upcoming election.
Early voting is October 13th through October 30th.
Election day is November 3rd.
Remember that Garland ISD has a tax rate election on the ballot.
It will be the last item.
So remember to vote all the way to the end.
Visit www.garlandisdtre.com to learn more about our tax rate election.
Back from timeout. That was Garland's first charge timeout of the half. They've got a big 4th and 9 here. Again, you would think they've got to get it here, Bobby, to really try to stay in this game. There's the snap. Perez looking to throw it. He throws it out. He's got a man. Oh, and it's off the fingertips of Jordan Hudson. Incomplete. And a turnover on downs to the Mustangs.
Yeah, that was a comeback to the outside. And Perez throws it on the inside of him. Which it definitely going to the outside right there. And he has to turn all his body all the way around, try to get it from the outside, from the pass coming into the inside. So yeah, he was open. You just got to put it in the right spot for him.
So turnover on downs. The Mustangs take over at their own 41. In a man in motion here. There's a snap. Orgy looking to throw it out. He's got a man there in the middle of the field. That's his leading receiver on the night. He makes a catch for about 8 yards.
It's an interesting play right there. I mean, they have Williams, you know, jumping out there in the flats, but he's not the primary target. You've got a guy coming in motion, and you've got the running back all going in the same direction. So what you do is you flood the area. You got one defender, and you got 3 people to throw to, and you just find the one that he's not covering.
That's right, find the one that's open. There's the handoff. Well, good job that time to converge on the running back. However, he does pick up the first down. Gain of 3 for the Mustangs, and that will move the chains. Handoff right there, and that hole closed in a hurry.
Yeah, I was watching Ricardo Ochoa. He had his guy pushed all the way at least 15 yards down the field.
There's a snap, fakes the handoff, throw out, and a little high that time for his intended receiver, Williams.
And on that play right there, Sachse's offensive line had such a push. They were pushing Garland's defensive linemen about 8 yards down the field. I mean, they could have got all of them for illegal man down the field because their whole offensive line pushed the other team backwards.
Second down and 10, fake handoff. There's a quick throw out to Williams again. Cuts it to the inside. He's going to gain about 6 on the carry. He's going to set up 3rd down and 4. Looked like they came back with the same play, Bobby. This time it is completed. Got some blockers out there. And
well, at 25, he's had a great game, hasn't he? Durant?
Yep.
Man, he's been everywhere. What a great linebacker.
3rd down and 4. Orgy going to roll to his left, looking to throw. He throws it out quickly. Oh, the ball's tipped. He had a man out there, but the ball was tipped and falls incomplete. And let's see what the Mustangs elect to do here on 4th down and 4.
Yeah, it was Timothy Muhammad. I saw him come into the game just now. He's 6'2", 220. And you see he's the defensive end. He's just getting pulled out, and he just reaches up there and bats that ball away.
So 4th and 4 here. We'll see if Orgy kicks this one away or if they go ahead and go for it here. It looks like he's going to back up in punt formation. Again, with a big lead, they may just be. Oh, and he loses the handle there. Throws it out. Oh, he catches or gets the screen pass. And look at here. They may score on this. They're going to. That's a touchdown, Mustangs.
It's like they set that play up on purpose, but I'm not sure they did.
Yeah, I don't think
so.
so.
But Okoye just sat right back there, and it looked like a screen play. Maybe it was on purpose. Maybe they were going to go for it anyway, and he just dropped the ball on the snap.
Right. Yep. Exactly.
Because they had all the offensive linemen pulling out there like it was going to be a screen.
Procedure called here on the extra point attempt.
Dead ball, false start, 91 on the center. 5-yard penalty, replay the try.
Extra point attempt coming up. There's a snap.
Another penalty.
Yeah, this one time I think they're going to get the 5 yards back. Look like we've got an offside call here coming up against the Owls.
Offsides, defense, 91. Correction, 31. 5-yard penalty, replay the try.
So let's retry one more time. Extra point attempt coming up here. There's a snap and hold. It's down. The kick is up. And that kick is good. So we've got 5:09 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. Look at the touchdown on the screen pass by Brian Okoye. Our new score, the Mustangs 49 and the Owls 13. We'll be back after these messages.
Come on in. Guys, we're all on the same team. Team Garland ISD. Now, are you ready to go vote? There you go. Everyone knows to complete the whole ballot, right? Okay, let's go. Remember, voting is a team effort. Voting. So easy, even a mascot can do it.
Long screen pass on a 4th down play by the Mustangs, and they are now up 49-13. In this game, again, it was 21-13 in the waning moments there of the first half, and look up now, it's 49-13, and the Mustangs in complete control of this one. And, you know, really their defense has done the job here tonight, Bobby. Garland's offense just really has not gotten going at all.
Yeah, but you got to give a lot of credit to how Sachse's playing them. I mean, they feel like they could bring enough pressure with just 3 down defensive linemen and maybe occasionally blitz the middle linebacker. Uh-oh.
And a fair catch called for and made.
Smart. That's being aware right there by number 40, catching that ball and not letting it drop on the ground. But, you know, Sachse's defense, they're just bringing 3 and then occasionally delay blitzing with the 4th linebacker. And that's why they're able to double cover all of their main players. So, you know, you got to give it credit to the defensive coordinator and scouting out the Garland Owls and finding out where their strengths are and taking those away from them.
It was interesting with 5:09 in the third and a 49-13 lead why you would attempt an onside kick, but handoff coming outside here. Boy, pretty nice run, a jump there, and a nice gain of about 8 yards.
Yeah, I think they need to do more of that. They got away from it and just started throwing the ball. And that's, you know, Sachse's been taking that away. And when they do that, this is where you can make their strength happen right here, is you can run the ball. Now, I'm sure Sachse is putting in a lot of different players on defense because, you know, they're up so high. But still, you gotta live for tomorrow. You gotta work on things that work for you today.
2nd down and 2. Perez looking to throw it. Still looking. He's going to throw it out and just overthrows. That was probably a good play there to just overthrow him.
Yeah, I think he was going to throw that one away. And he probably should have thrown it further because it never really made it to the out of bounds, and somebody could have picked that thing off.
Yep, exactly. So 3rd down and 1 here. Like you said, Bobby, real dangerous here. So here's a 3rd and 1. They're going to throw it out. Boy, that's a long throw. Now the catch is made by Rogers. Rogers has had a good game here tonight for the Owls.
I think he catches anything that's in his vicinity. But I tell you, that number 14 over there, Mercuria, he's 5'9", 155 pounds. And, you know, you would think that's a mismatch because Rogers is 6 foot 170. But he has really played good today.
Perez going to throw it deep down the sideline, and that catch is made. That's a touchdown if he's in bounds. He's not. He's out of bounds. Boy, Rogers, boy, another nice catch for him. Unfortunately, it was ruled out of bounds.
Uh-oh, he's getting a cramp too. Boy, what a pass. But, you know, you gotta lead him into the middle just a little bit so he don't have to. How did he run out of bounds? Oh, he did. Man. Game of inches. Oh, and he's getting that cramp.
There's at the end of it, that is not fun at all when you get the cramp. But again, a good catch that time. He just was not able to stay in bounds. So a 2nd down and 10 now coming up for Garland. Here's the snap. Perez looking to throw it. He's going to throw it deep, looking for Hudson this time. He's out there, but again, overthrows him just by a step and out of bounds.
It's a hard pass because you remember, there's 2 guys over there. One's playing underneath, and then there's a safety over the top. So you have to drop it in just perfect. And usually you're having to throw it out of bounds or it'll get picked off. So that's a tough pass. That's why you have to establish that running game to get that double coverage off of you.
3rd down and 10. Fake on the handoff. Oh, that ball was tipped. They were looking for Allen that time across the middle, but the ball was tipped, I believe. And it's going to be 4th down and 10. See if I'm right here, Bobby. See if it gets tipped here at the line of scrimmage. There
right
it was,
there,
yep.
Sure enough.
So 4th and 10, of course, trailing here by 36. Garland's going to have to go for it, and they do indeed. Perez with the rollout. He's going to throw it away, and there's no one there. So that pass is incomplete, and Sachse's defense once again does the job. And a turnover on downs.
I think Sachse just was really scouted out this team and kind of figured out a defense, and it's worked today.
Yep. There's a snap. Orgy fakes handoff, looking to throw it. He's in some trouble here. He's going to hold. Oh, that's a bad face mask. Yeah, that one they ripped him down by. That's an easy 15-yard penalty. And, boy, what a shame for the Owl defense, because they did a good job that time, Bobby, to, get the sack. But, of course, the face mask will negate that.
And, the game's probably out of reach by now, so this is what we're talking about. You don't want your players to get hurt, but, boy, right there, I mean, there's a lot of things that could go wrong right there. You could tear a knee, you could get your there's a lot of things when you get ripped down by the face mask, and that's what we're talking about, because a lot of the guys are, getting frustrated right now, and they'll do some things that they normally wouldn't do.
So the handoff this time goes to the leading runner in the game tonight, Corey Jones, but a good play and a tackle for a loss of 1.
And Wigginton coming through there strong. 5'9", 210 pounds. I mean, he's solid muscle.
2nd down 11 here for the Mustangs. Inside of 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Sachse in control. Oh, a handoff, and he gets past the front line. And he's going to be close, depending on the mark. I think he's got the 1st down, Bobby. It's pretty close. Yeah, they're waving the chain. So that's a gain of 11 that time. Well, right when he got past the initial line, Bobby, I thought he may be gone here.
Yeah, Corey Jones, man, he just got quick feet. But, boy, what a solid tackle that one was.
There's a snap on 1st down. Orgy looking to throw it. He's looking, and tries to find his receiver, but the pass is incomplete. Well, he had time.
Yeah, I think he was trying to go deep. He wanted to throw that thing way down the field into the end zone, and it was just too good a coverage right there. But he's got a strong enough arm. He's just barely going, and he still zips that ball through there. I mean, Orgy's got a great strength in his arm.
So 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. There's a snap. Gonna hand it off coming outside here to the left. Has a couple of blockers out here. Another good run for Jones. And he's gonna gain about 7. Where it'll set up a 3rd down and about 3 to go.
Well, you always hate it when the guys get their legs run up on. And that's what was going on right here. Watch all the running, everybody's blocking, and all of a sudden, boom, they just run up over the back of your legs like that. And fortunate, they all got up walking normal.
Exactly. Third down and a long 3 here as the handoff goes to Jones, and he's going to pick up the 1st down before he's tripped up, a gain of about 6 more. First and 10 once again as the Mustangs reset the chain, send a man in motion. There's the snap. They're going to hand it off coming on the end around. I believe that was number 21 that time with the carry for the Mustangs. That is Jack Krill. That is the son of the Sachse High School principal, Shea Krill.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. Getting a little action there.
Here's a look at Jet right there on your screen. Second down and 6 after the gain of 4 on the run. There's a snap. They're going to fake the handoff to Jones, throw it out, and boy, just a little too hot that time. Bobby had a little too much on it, I think. And the pass is incomplete.
McAllister just does like he's playing in that slot position. He does a little 5 and out, and that ball just come out spinning. Barely get your head around, and that thing's coming fast. So
third down and a long 6 here to go. Snap to Orgy. He's going to straight drop back 5-step here, looking to throw it. Here comes some pressure from Garland. He gets away from that, and he's just going to throw it at the feet of the running back and set up a 4th down here. So that time, good coverage by the Owls on defense.
yeah, he really didn't have much to go with. And it looks like the Owls have got 3 guys deep, you know, trying to play that little bit deeper area. So because it looks to me, and probably to them as well, that Orgy's trying to go to the end zone here. He's trying to score. He's trying to get these receivers that don't usually get the ball. He's trying to get them to touchdown.
So here we go, 4th down and about 6. Orgy rolls to his right, looking to throw it. Going to throw it across the middle. Oh, and he cannot find his receiver. The receiver was there, Bobby, but had maybe just, again, a little too much on it.
Again, I think he's wanting to get these guys the ball. It's just a little high, but, you know, it's a good try.
It was. So the Owl defense holds here, and offense will come back on the field. Bobby, I think you mentioned the last time, I think we're starting to see some of the substitutes coming in now for the Mustangs on defense.
Good. They practice just as hard as anybody else, and they deserve to play, especially when the game is like this. You might as well let them play and get their opportunity.
Hand off to Powers, cuts it outside. He's got some room out here, Bobby, cuts it back, and he's going to be close to midfield. A nice run by Powers there. You're looking at about a 27-yard gain to the left. It looked like right here initially he was going to get tackled at the line.
Yeah, it's just, they breaks contain right there, and that's just because you don't have as much experience. It's all right. You see the hustle right there by Chris Talley coming down and making that tackle. Another sophomore.
Snap to Perez, a penalty flags out. There's the throw across the middle, and a hit and dropped immediately is Russell. But again, there's 3 penalty flags on the field.
It looks like Sachse was trying to get a guy off the field. He was running from all the way across. They probably were switching guys in and out, and he got caught if the play was going. So I guess they're discussing if they want to keep the play or just move it up 5 yards.
Yeah, it's got to be what they're talking about, you would think.
Substitution. Defense. 12 men on the field at the snap. 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
Yeah, the benefit to that is it was about a 7-yard gain, but it would be a 2nd down. And when they take the penalty, they get a 5 yards and 1st down over. So that's the smart move.
We're coming down to the final seconds here of the 3rd quarter. There's the snap, probably the final play of the 3rd quarter. There's the throw to Allen. Looky here. Garland looks like they're going to score. Now, there are penalty flags on the field. So we will check the flag. And it looks like it may be on the Mustangs, or at least Garland thinks it is.
Offsides on a defense. Penalties decline. The touchdown is good.
Okay, so an offside call. So the Owls do score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's a look at it, Bobby, to Charles Allen.
Just a simple post. Wide open in the middle.
So the extra point attempt here coming up for the Owls. Again, no time remaining on the clock here in the third. There's the hold and the kick. It is up, and that kick is good. So we have come to the end of 3 quarters here at Williams Stadium with our score, the Sachse Mustangs 49, the Garland Owls 20. We'll be back after these messages on GRS-TV.
Hey, it's Rick Lopez, your proud superintendent of Garland ISD. GISD is once again leading the state and the nation with our tax rate election that will be on ballots this November. If approved, GISD's TRE would lower the property rate by nearly 5 cents. The district would also receive an additional $42 million annually, which we need to sustain our award-winning academics, athletics, fine arts, and much more. Election Day is Tuesday, November 3rd, and early voting begins Tuesday, October 13th. Visit GarlandISDTRE.com to view more facts and to find your polling location.
Beginning the fourth quarter play here at Williams Stadium, our score Sachse 49, Garland 20. They just scored on a long touchdown pass to Charles Allen to cut the lead. But again, still trailing by 4 touchdowns here, Bobby, with only 1 quarter remaining.
I mean, it looked like Sachse had a number of people in there that, you know, is not their starters, for one thing. And it looks like Garland still has their starters in. So, I mean, that could have led to that touchdown a little bit.
Certainly did, but I'll say we don't care. We scored anyway.
Yeah, that's right. And the guys that are covering them, they don't care either. They're just playing as hard as they can anyway.
Absolutely. Here comes the kick. It's going to bounce it around the 15-yard line and be picked up there. And here comes an outside return, and it'll be tackled at around the 23-yard line, and that's where the Mustangs will take over 1st and 10. Well, again, so unless, you know, a miracle happens here in this final 12 minutes of the game, it looks like the Mustangs will move to 2-0 here in district play. And this will give the Owls their first loss, not only in district, but also on the season. You know, they'll drop to 2-1 if they can't, you know, make the comeback. They'll drop to 2-1 in district play. And again, the Mustangs will move to 2-0 here if they hold on to this 29-point lead. There's a snap. Orgy's going to hand it off to number 3, and an open field tackle right there in the backfield, and he's going to fall forward. Okoye is for about 1 yard and set up a 2nd down and long.
Well, you see O'Wigington again just coming in there. He's been reading it all night, getting low and making plays all over the field.
Second down and 8. There's a snap. Handoff goes once again to Okoye. This time he eludes the tackle, eludes another one. Still on his feet. Boy, look at this run by Okoye, and then finally gets taken down right at midfield.
He's just a junior. Good awareness, just a hop jump right there. Look at that, skipping around. They thought he was going to go out of bounds, and he said, no way. But do you see these big old linemen downfield knocking people around? I mean, we get enamored by watching him run, but look at those linemen pushing down the field. That was amazing.
Yeah, linemen have played really well for the Mustangs tonight. There's the fake handoff. Orgy's going to keep it outside here to the left, and he's just going to slide down. Gain of maybe 1 on the play. We may have an injured defender here.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty dangerous play. That the defender comes through, and a big offensive lineman was coming at him, running towards him. And he went down really low to the ground to like hit him at his feet or something. And
they're taking a look at him. Why don't we take a quick break? We've got 10:45 remaining. Our score, Mustangs 49, Owls 20.
Election Day, November 3rd is right around the corner. Don't forget, our TRE is on the ballot. It's like being on the 10-yard line with less than 2 minutes to play.
So be a team player. Never pass up the opportunity to vote.
When you vote, it's a home run for our community.
We hope to see a spike in voter turnout this year. So get to the polls and vote. It's a great way to serve.
Just make sure your voice is heard on Election Day. When it comes to voting, we're all on the same team, the GISD team.
Still looking at the injured Al here on the field, and well, hopefully he is okay. Bobby, what a crazy year it's been. Of course, you know, in the nation, we got, you know, obviously the COVID situation just kind of changed, you know, how everything is you know, happening here. But again, the football season, you figure we're, you know, we're almost at the midway mark already of the district season. And just, you know, kind of a crazy year. You know, most of these teams, you know, and in some cases, you know, when you look at like a Rowlett, of course, their first game is tonight. I mean, they haven't been able to play due to, you know, some COVID-related, you know, postponements.
Yeah, you can see at the bottom, big lineman is coming down, and then 56 just tries to cut his feet. And both of them took a pretty hard spill, but when you lower your neck and your head and shoulders, everything like that, hit a big old 270-pound man out there, sometimes that can jar you pretty good. That's why you got to keep your head up all the time.
They're going to try to get him up right now, and here he is up on his feet, so that's a good sign. You can see they're kind of putting pressure on his back. And like you said, Bobby, probably got a little twisted, you know, underneath there or what have you, but good to see him up on his feet. Walking off to the sideline here. That is number 56 for the Owls. He's had a big game here tonight for them, and well, you hate to see this kind of an injury, and hopefully he'll be back. That's Axel Martinez. He is a senior defensive end for Garland, and hopefully he will be okay.
Yeah, it's a dangerous sport, and these guys lay it out on the line every play. And even the ones that are, you know, they leave the game tonight, and tomorrow morning, it's like they were in a train wreck. I mean, they are beat up. Their muscles are bruised, and they're sore all over. Their whole body is sore. They'll be limping around, and they'll probably have to be up there at the field house early and ice up before class and all sort of things. But, you know, those guys put it all out on the line, and their body is beat up.
So as we are back to live action, there was a 1-yard gain by Orgy on that last play, so 2nd down and 9 here for the Mustangs. It's in a man in motion. There's a snap. They're going to hand it off up the middle. I think that's Okoye with the handoff, and a gain of about 4 more. We'll set up a 3rd down and a long 5 here for Sachse. And more importantly, the clock continues to run. Take as much time off the clock as they can. Here's the play clock.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're letting that play clock just roll down and probably snap it with like 4 seconds left.
3rd down, a long 5 coming up here. Send a man in motion. What do we got here? Do we have a timeout? Got a procedure called against the Mustangs.
Dead ball. False start. Number 4 on the offense. 5-yard penalty. Replay the down.
So false start called here against the Mustangs. Backs them up 5. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 10 now.
3rd down, 10.
Here's a snap. Orgy has time. He's going to throw it out. Boy, the catch is made by Williams and then upended immediately, but he's going to have enough yardage for the first down. That's a catch and a gain of 12 yards.
Yeah, Christian Cooper he's covering 2 players right there, and Orgy picks the right one to throw to, the one that's open.
They're going to let as much clock run off as they can. New quarterback at the game there, number 7 for the Mustangs. There's a look at him on your screen right there. He is a sophomore for the Mustangs, Gutierrez. Gonna hand it off here to number 3, who's had a big night tonight for the Mustangs. He's gonna gain 3 more on that carry. Courier with another run as we are inside of 9 minutes to go.
Yeah, we were wondering when they were gonna pull Orgy out, because I mean, you're in there and it's like, I don't know, what is the point at that point? You know, you don't want him to get hurt. And we've seen it before where teams are up really high and they're still throwing the ball around, and you know your star player gets hurt, and then your season's basically over. So this is the time when you're supposed to put these guys in and let them play and get a little experience.
Second down 7, there's the snap, and the handoff once again to Courier up the middle. He gets tripped up at about probably a yard shy. Let's give him 2 yards shy of the first down. That was right up the middle and just tripped up here.
Yeah, you know, he's a junior too, but boy, look at that line just really pushing people.
Yeah, I'm not so sure he got tackled, Bobby. I think he may have just tripped, you know, on the turf.
Let's give it to big number 44. He reached out there and got him.
There you go. 3rd down and 2 now for the Mustangs.
They don't realize there's only 2 seconds left.
Snapped it right in time, and then the handoff goes to the new running back. That is number 5. I say new, meaning not a Courier, and that's Corey Jones, who's had a big night, and he gains a first down and a lot more. Mustangs driving once again here. Again, I think they're just obviously trying to run out the clock, but you saw him trip as well.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Number 11 just holding on. Good job by Jeter, saving that touchdown.
Ball spotted at the Garland 20-yard line.
First and 10 at the 20 now as we are inside of 7 minutes to go. And
I mean, I don't think they're going to be throwing the ball here, so they're going to try to keep running it. But Garland needs to dig deep and try to stop this run.
There's a handoff. Boy, another big run here for the Mustangs, and time number 8 with the carry. That is Cam Gladney. And nothing fancy. Watch him right here, Bobby. His patience. He just kind of sits and waits for the blocks. And
yeah, it looked really good, didn't it? He got in behind James Boyd and just waited on him.
Second down 3. There's a snap, and the handoff coming outside here to the right, and a penalty flag here comes out late. See, this is a holding call. Yeah, it's usually in the area of holding, and that is indeed the call. So that's going to back them up 10.
Timothy Mohammed on the stop. Penalty flag on the play.
Going to back them up 10 yards, set up a second down. Clock continues to run. They'll be able to run more clock off here and again head towards a victory and a 2-0 district mark. They will be on top of District 9-6A after this game tonight. And as we mentioned, the Owls will drop to 2-1 in district play, and their first loss of the season. There's the handoff up the middle, and gain of about 4 back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to set up 3rd down and 10 here.
Yeah, they're just running the ball kind of right up the middle and just daring the Owls to stop them. And right now they just don't have the energy to be able to do it much. I mean, they're just getting 5-6 yards per carry right up the middle. But again, they know the game's over as well. It's kind of a tough situation for them. We do know this. Both teams have played really hard.
Yes, they have. This is a big game coming into the night. There's the ball loose, and Mustang's going to fall on it here. It's going to set up 4th down and 14, but I would imagine they'll just kind of go ahead and go for it here on 4th down to run as much clock off as they can and see if they can pick up the 1st down and long. Yeah, Bobby, and what you were just talking about, of course, this used to be a pretty big rivalry when you looked at Garland and Sachse, and again, it's been down, for a few years here as Garland's trying to kind of get back up to, the level they've been at for such a long time. And, good to see, both of these teams come in. This is a big game tonight. Like I said, both of them coming in undefeated in district play. And, it started out really strong. And like I said, Sachse, I think, as you've mentioned, kind of the depth and everything is just kind of taking its toll on the Owls. And Sachse's going to come out of this one with a, pretty good win tonight, it looks like.
Well, Garland has been on top of this district for years. I mean, years and years and years. And they kind of fallen off in the last, 5 or 6. And Sachse was never any good either because they were a newer school, and it was just difficult to build that football program. But eventually, Sachse has gotten to be one of the leaders, the strength of this district. And it's kind of just changed. And Garland kind of went down in the district, and now you've got Garland with they had so many sophomores last year, and now they're all juniors, and they're basically all the same players. They've just kind of grown up.
Boy, nice run here by number 28 for the Owls, and so you see a different person than of course Powers, and that's Demarion Wigginton.
Yeah, he's getting to run the ball a little bit. After all that tackling, he gets to switch to the other side of the field and run the ball.
Gets to run a little bit, that's exactly right. So 1st down run there for the Owls. We are approaching 3 minutes remaining in this game. Snap to Perez, a quick throw out. And I believe the catch is made, but it was another low throw, and Rogers with another catch, but a gain of only about 4.
You just get it near that guy, he's going to catch it. Good protection. You just got to get the ball to him. That's it.
That's a good catch.
Yeah.
Second down and 6. Snap to Perez is going to roll to his right, looking to throw it. He's going to throw it deep. Has a lot on it and just overthrows his intended receiver by 5 yards. That was Jordan Hudson. And again, Mustang defense has done a great job on Hudson tonight, Bobby. Now, he's, been in, double coverage most of the night, but again, I think he only has the 1 catch in the game.
Yeah, I mean, again, over and under. They got a guy running man-to-man with him and then a safety over the top. I mean, you can see right there was just nowhere to go with that.
Incomplete pass sets up a 3rd down and 6.
And the rest of the district will be watching game film to see how they can stop this team, this Garland Owls, because they've come into this game really a powerful offense, and no one's been able to really stop them. And Sachse, they've kind of figured something out right there. I'm sure people will be watching the game film and trying to figure it out. And Sachse does have great athletes though, and sometimes you can watch the game film and set your guys up perfect, but you don't have the athletes to do it, but Sachse does.
Perez with a nice stop there. He's going to pick up the 1st down, it appears, down the sideline, and then goes out of bounds to stop the clock. So that will move the chains, and he is into Mustang territory.
Yeah, and he just has nobody to throw to. Everybody's just pretty much covered. Look at that coverage right there. They're covering Rogers, and I mean, he was just blanketed.
Snap to Perez, looking to throw. He's going to throw it outside, and there's a catch by Hudson, his second of the night. Nice stiff arm there, and I think he's going to have a first down, or close to it anyway.
Yeah, he probably should have went ahead and ran out of bounds there.
That is enough to move the chains. 10-yard gain, first down and 10. They wind the clock up, and we are close to 2 minutes left in this game. Snap to Perez. There's the handoff to number 28, Wigginton. Cuts it back outside. He's got a good running room here. Bobby, it's going to be first and goal, it appears, for the Owls.
What a great athlete. I mean, he's been all over the field playing defense and tackling, and now all of a sudden he gets his chance to run the ball.
Yeah, that was the play before there to Hudson.
Yeah, I think I'd just keep throwing that to him.
Snap to Perez. He's going to take it himself up the middle, and is he going to get there? He will. That is a touchdown, the Owls. So 6 more on the board for Garland. Make this score a little more respectable. Look at Sergio Perez. That's his second touchdown on the ground tonight.
He had a great stiff arm at the goal line to get into the end zone there.
There's the extra point attempt. The kick is up. It looks good. And it is good. So look at Sergio Perez on the sideline for the Owls. Our new score, 1:36 remaining. Sachse 49, Garland 27. We'll be back after these messages.
I can't vote yet.
But you can.
Exercise your right to vote in the upcoming election.
Early voting is October 13th through October 30th.
Election day is November 3rd.
Remember that Garland ISD has a tax rate election on the ballot.
It will be the last item.
So remember to vote all the way to the end.
Visit www.garlandisdtre.com to learn more about our tax rate election.
(49-27) as we're back here at Williams Stadium. Sachse on top. 1:36 remaining in the fourth quarter. And pretty good first half of play here, Bobby. And then, you know, really just kind of Sachse took control really early in that third quarter.
Yeah, it gives their fans something to cheer about. You know, tomorrow they'll be all talking about how great game they had. You know, a lot of people probably streaming this on YouTube, and they'll watch it on GRS-TV, and there's a lot of people that'll be getting to see their kids, you know, have a great game and victory. And on the other side, Garland, they've had some great moments themselves. You know, they've played really hard, a lot of individual effort.
Mustangs bring everybody up except for the one return man deep, and they're expecting an onside kick here. I would imagine the Owls are just going to kick it deep here and run the clock out.
Kick it to about the 30-yard line and let it just sit there, race to it.
Yeah, see who gets to it first. Here we go. And yeah, just exactly, Bobby, a little kind of a pooch kick. And
it's on the ground.
It's on the ground and loose, and then going to wrap up the return man and take him down around the 23. And that's where the Mustangs will take over with exactly 1 minute 30 seconds remaining, and I would imagine we're going to see the Mustangs keep it on the ground here and run out the final time on the clock, and we will put this one in the books. So a good win here for the Sachse Mustangs. You know, we mentioned they, of course, lost their only non-district game, but they lost that game to a really tough Capel, ball club. Capel's one of the, kind of one of the area powers. And exactly. Lost to them by 1 touchdown, and so started the season 0-1, but again, they, got underway under district play last week against North Garland. Really, had a really good game against them to move to 1-1, and then again, they're going to move to 2-1 after the game tonight, and 2-0 in district play. So, they are right back on track where they want to be, and again, right now, sitting at 2-0, they'll be on top of the district.
True, and Garland playing Naaman Forest last week, and they played a really good game, and Garland, they feel like they're going to make the playoffs. And that shows you how good Sachse has played tonight.
Inside of a minute to go here at Williams Stadium. So we got probably 2 more snaps left, and we'll put this one in the books. Well, it's good to see the Rowlett Eagles back, in action too, Bobby. Of course, we just mentioned that they're playing tonight over at Homer B. Johnson Stadium. This is their first game of the season. They've had, due to COVID, some postponements of their earlier games. And so it's just good to see them to get back on the field, right, and play football.
Right, they've been beating each other up for months now. It's time to hit somebody in a different jersey.
Exactly right. So we will count down the final 12 seconds of the game here tonight at Williams Stadium. As you see both of the teams line up at the 50 to shake hands, or of course in the COVID world they can't shake hands, but they will come out, close to the middle of the field and acknowledge the effort from both teams. And again, a good win here tonight for the Sachse Mustangs. They'll move to 2-0 in district play, 2-0 in district play, right, 2-1 overall.
It's interesting, they can't shake hands, but they've been tackling and beating each other
Exactly.
up for 2 hours, but not shaking hands. Okay.
Yeah, so you'll see them line up here on each side of the field, and
makes a lot of sense to me. I'm all in.
Just kind of acknowledge each other, and we will call it a night. So a good win here for the Sachse Mustangs tonight. A pretty good game at Williams Stadium. We're glad you joined us for it. Our final score, the Sachse Mustangs 49, the Garland Owls 27. We will wrap it up with some highlights, and we'll see you next time on GRS-TV.